Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review. This is for Pluribus, Season 1, Episode 1, and, well, part of Episode 2. We Is Us is the name of the episode. It's the recap, reaction, breakdown, premiere. We're all about this. We're going to be talking about Pluribus after every episode this time, well, probably about an hour earlier than this every week, live here on YouTube on Phil the Issues Guy. If you're listening to this later on the podcast, you can also share your thoughts and join in the podcast. This is a call-in show. You can call in at 781-990-8509. Again, that's 781-990-8509 and share your thoughts. And if this is your first time checking us out, my name is Phil the Issues Guy. My co-host here is Joe Dirty Locks. How's it going tonight, Joe?
It goes good.
We're doing better than the Apple servers.
It could be better. Yeah, exactly. It could be better.
Like, seriously. Well, we're going to get into all of this in a second here, but we're back here tonight. It has been a while since we've had Joe here, I think, and it's been a while since maybe we talked about something that Joe's not going to painfully hate, called like The Walking Dead. But we're here tonight to break down this episode and talk about it. But let's not, I hate to say this, Joe, because we're going into a premiere of an episode, but our breaking news of this particular episode is we have crashed Apple. Apple Plus has died. It has crashed. It is awful, and we
kind of sad.
It is on premiere night a show, because you know how everything is. This is going to be the news story coming out of this, not whatever the episode was. We're going to get into our thoughts of this episode, and we're not going to talk about this for too long.
It's basically the only service of theirs that I think is top notch. Everything else Apple offers, in my opinion, not a big fan.
Yeah, but they
Apple Plus, their television shit is
great,
top notch.
So
it's rival. Basically, the last few years of Apple TV is rival to the late 90s, early 2000s HBO.
I am with you. Some of these shows with Severance and this. And is just really killing it. And tonight, I don't know what.
Severance. There's also Ted Lasso.
Shrinking.
There's also Silo. There's also Shrinking. There's also For All Mankind. A lot of people like Extinction. I liked the first season. It kind of lost me. I could go on. Slow Horses is one of my favorite shows. Gary Oldman's amazing. Apple Plus, Apple TV Plus. It's there's best service.
There's also going to be
every cent.
There's also going to be, and I'm going to call it awesome before I watched it, because I know it's going to be awesome. An Eddie Murphy documentary that's coming out, a Martin Scorsese documentary.
I loved Still. Michael J. Fox's movie.
Yeah.
Like that movie was.
So all of this.
Yeah.
All of this to say
the new thing. With Jason Momoa, not C.
Yep.
Which a lot of people loved. I couldn't get into it, but the new one. Where he is Kamehameha or one of those guys in Hawaii that, but fucking great.
All of this to say, we're both huge fans of Apple Plus, but Apple Plus shit the bed tonight.
Yes. The content is amazing. Apparently, the streaming service for a tech company. Come on, guys.
It needs work because we for the last half an hour, I ended up having 25 minutes left in episode 2, and I was refreshing for the. I still have my remote right here that I was refreshing over and over again. But if you're joining us right now, we know this is a new show, new thing, new time, and we don't broadcast too much here. We're gonna get into the rhythm. We're gonna be here every week. But if you are, please hit the like button. Please share this out. Please do that right now. It's more important, and help get the word out, because some people maybe haven't even seen because we got Sam Burbia in the chat that just sat down, bought donuts for the night, sat down to watch this episode, and couldn't even make it through the first part of the first episode. So we're going to be recapping part of this. Spoilers.
As soon as people realize tomorrow is not the night, they finish watching whatever they were watching at around 9:30, 10. They put some shit on at like the end of the 8 o'clock hour, and they were like, all right, well, we'll watch an episode of Platonic, or we'll catch up on this new Jason Momoa shit that we're watching, or maybe maybe we're gonna rewatch some Lasso. And then they went back to the main screen for some stupid fucking reason, and they saw that this got posted a whole day early, and everybody's, or hours early, however you want to look at it, and they were like, "Fuck yeah, I've been waiting for this Vince Gilligan shit." I heard that Breaking Bad did something. I heard that Better Call Saul was a pretty good follow up. Like, yeah, maybe we'll check this out. Or maybe the entire fucking world has been waiting for it since Better Call Saul ended.
They've been waiting to see what Vince Gilligan was going to do next.
Apple was not fucking prepared.
I seriously, and the night before when everything came together, Apple was not prepared for the weight that was going to be put on the server for Vince Gilligan to return. So
yeah, but they got their new fucking logo out.
They made sure that they did. They made
fucking translucent rainbow at the bottom of the fucking logo, which I love, by the way.
Looks cool.
That looks cool. That.
But you can't get the shows. We just gifted out some memberships. Ray, Tracy, Mrs. T, Bartello, and SRW Canadian. Welcome to members. Welcome for our dime bags of support. We're passing some out. Okay, so now that we talked about this, and we'll be talking about this all evening, this Apple Plus stuff, but because people are going to be popping on
in. How disappointed we are that we didn't get to finish the second episode.
Dude, I'm like, it was at a really weird, opportune time not to end this episode.
Abel, because we know AMC watches our program, and anybody that is in the chat can testify to this. If there's anybody in there that doesn't know this, we know AMC watches us and responds directly and immediately. They do reshoots so they can respond the next week with the problems and the answers to fix our fucking problem.
So Apple Plus, you need to start listening to us quickly to get this done right.
Or you can shut our mouths about how bad your service is, how great your content is, but how bad your service is. Let's get a couple of free subscription months. Huh?
Joe, let's get to this other half of it because we've gone a little while here without sharing our thoughts. Now, right away, I have to say, awesome what I saw, I was way into it. I was locked into this episode, especially episode 1, but episode 2 started to get me as well when we got more into the mood. But episode 1 was a horror, dark comedy, spectacle, sort of science fiction, and really awesome acting by Carol, Ray Seahorn. Just some of the visuals, some of the stuff they did with the camera angles, like that weird close-up thing that they were doing when she was driving up to the car and then when she was walking into the house. That I haven't seen that. That was like a new sort of thing. I was like, whoa, that looks kind of cool. I was really feeling it personally. Joe, what were you thinking for this episode and a half that you got to watch?
Okay, so for the episode and a half that I got to watch, it drew me in. It starts out as a very stereotypical look at the astrophysicists or the astronomers in their little lab, catch their radio signals.
It's almost Mars Attack, signal. Dude. It almost gives like a Mars Attack kind of vibe a little bit.
Right. 100 movies, 100 TV shows. Right, like I could go through I could name a bunch of them, but like this is there. This isn't anything new. It doesn't start anything new, but this has always been a draw, a suck in for us, right? Like that's why it's been used a million times. That's why it's so cliche. Yeah. That's why it is.
And I think it's intentional. It was like intentionally cliche. It wasn't.
A little bit. Yes, I agree.
I think it was trying to kind of go through some sort of conventions to kind of get you into that mode and have her be sort of the outside energy character. 1 second, Joe, hold your thought. I just want to jump into the live chat. We got Tim in the live chat. Hey, Wharf. We've got
wizard Tim.
John Haymaker says, looks like Kim Wexler. It certainly does. We got Gotti. I got 7.5 minutes into episode 2. I died. Old Torf, haven't tried watching the show yet, but I agree with Joe. Apple Plus has top-tier productions on their show. Gotti says, I already hate Apple with a passion. This might push me over the edge. Tim, you are a wizard, Joe. We got the wonderful, amazing DJ Better in the live chat. And Sonic, your damn boy. Damn it, Joe. I'm a doctor, not a streamer. Joe, so was that your problem? Was some of the cliche-ness of it?
I mean, there is a lot. And I think it actually hits upon them on purpose with the setup.
Me too.
So,
I think so as well.
As I was watching, first off, I got to say this. The episode and a half that I saw, production-wise, the way it's shot,
dude,
like especially the opening in episode 2, It's all very Vince Gilligan. It's all very much his baby.
We had a Better Call Saul like montage at some point. I think it was in episode 1. And then I don't mean in a cloying pedestrian way. I just mean you can tell, like, if you go to a restaurant and Gordon fucking Ramsay's cooking it, regardless of which meal you're having, you're like, I'm eating fucking his lasagna. I mean,
even the throwaway dialogue, like,
yeah, it was fun.
A whole setup, like she comes in and we're going to talk about the fucking donuts that are in front of her. First off, what school for a fundraiser sells fucking donuts?
I mean,
like,
I haven't been to a
bake sale, sure, but like, my kid's got to sell donuts for some.
No. What did we sell? We sold like apple crumbles
or candy bars.
Candy bars. Yeah, we sold those like that shitty ass fudge. That shitty ass fucking fudge.
But like no, so like this is all very Vince. This is like mundane life shit that like he's very good at telling and keeping interesting. Like even like little character development shit, like she's like an author that is almost doesn't care, but like when she's passing a fucking airport bookstore, she makes her fucking girlfriend, manager, wife,
and put the things
the
up.
Fuck she is, fix the fucking books without saying a word. Like there's a dynamic that they all complete that is set up here by that. But like there's this great Vince Gilligan writing. The production is fantastic. The shooting, the angles. I didn't have a problem with almost any of it. But I did.
But what? But there's a big giant Joe butt coming in.
There's a glaring like.
What
the fuck?
What's your Joe butt?
I'm going to bash down the door of my own house.
Oh, with the rock.
By hitting it in the center with a rock that could possibly only weigh about 20 pounds.
Why wasn't she breaking a window?
Right? And the way she's like...
Well, wait, I had the same problem. Why wasn't she breaking a window?
Pause.
Wouldn't you go to...
I had this... Why isn't she breaking a window, Phil? Why isn't she trying the back door? Why isn't she kicking it? Like, they don't bash in. Doors like that, like, they bash in. There's... Yeah, hitting it with a 20-pound rock in the center, you ain't doing shit to it. It looked like she was like,
fairness,
all right,
Joe.
this is a 3-ounce piece of foam. Bash the door like it's a 30-pound rock. And she was like, all right, 600-pound rock.
In fairness, she's had a really bad day. In fairness, she's had a bad day, Joe. She's not thinking rationally at that point.
She's had a bad day. She's not thinking rationally. But who the fuck doesn't know how to... I don't care how long you've lived in that apartment or how long anybody's lived in the house that they currently live in. You know there's been a moment where you're like, how do I break into my house?
We all know.
Can anyone else get into my house? I know how to get into my own house.
We all know how to break into our own houses.
Pass through a fucking window? Like, all the anxiety, all the emotion, all the, like, shit that's going through your head to get in your house immediately and drag your dead fucking spouse's body in there with you. And you're not like, all right, the door's locked. I don't have my keys. Maybe they're in her fucking pocket. I won't check those, but I'll bash on the door here. I'll forget that I hid my own key, but I'll bash on the fucking door. Come on. There's a lot wrong with that. That being said, we'll chalk it up to, like, you know,
she's had a bad day. She's had a bad day. But those kids were pretty fucking creepy that walked up.
They were, but they came after the rock.
They were shining creepy.
They came after the fucking rock and told her where she hid the key.
Excuse me, Carol.
We all had Karen's lovers memory. Bad day.
Carol, we know where you left the key.
Karen.
When you put it. I mean, they did the Borg thing, and I like how we got the Star Trek shout out of the way in the thing.
Yeah, my life is my own. What about these other 6 billion fucking people? These other 6 fucking billion people. I saw
11 or is it 11 or 12?
Those weren't contrails. They were exactly spaced apart. They were right next to each other, and then the entire fucking world is a zombie. But yeah, sure. My life is my own until you figure this shit out. Come on now.
Now,
I ain't fucking buying that, not for a heartbeat. Are you? And the first response is alcoholic or not. Let's empty my fucking With all the things you choose to. My problem was The Rock, Phil.
Now that I understand, Joe, that's funny. We'll get back to The Rock later too. Sonic, your boy, Apple TV is still not working. Carol,
No, it crashed. It burned. There are servers on fire right now. Fucking Cupertino, California, or whatever the fuck that fucking donut building is, which is why the donuts were on the fucking counter. I bet wherever the fuck that place is, there are fucking rooms on fire because 6 billion people decided to sign up for Apple Plus tonight.
Exactly.
Sorry, Phil. I've had a lot of pineapple.
No, please drink away. But
I got a lot of sugar in me right now.
It definitely had that first episode. Also had a Body Snatchers kind of feel to it.
It had a zombie, a Body Snatcher, the fucking hive mind Borg feel. There was a lot of good sci-fi shit going in, which is why I think there wasn't just the satellite cliche. The next scene you have is like completely zombie outbreak.
Yeah, and like the way the mouse bit him, and that's what started the outbreak.
What kind of stupid fuck? You're a scientist.
Yeah, why are you taking the fucking glove off?
First off,
you're giving CPR to the mouse. Like, what's going on?
Hold on. I gotta say something. So, COVID, right? During this whole shit, when I was at Salem Hospital, I elected to shave my face because I volunteered to work on all the COVID floors. So I was completely shaved. I had all the N95s, all the gowns and the boots and the hair shit and the eye shit and all this stuff, right? And I had to do night after night for a couple of years on this COVID unit, psychiatric COVID unit, where all the patients had COVID. Now, I moved to a state hospital, and there's an option. There becomes this option that I can now put on. I get my own fucking space outfit. I don't need the clothing, but I at least have the hood, and it's a respirator.
Like you're going to grab ET or something like that.
Yeah, dude, it's really fucking cool. But here's the thing. When you put that on, immediately after like 2 or 3 breaths, you're like, fuck this shit. I'm going to die in this. So there's the whole device that fits on your belt, and it's got a fan and a pump, and it puts fresh air that you breathe that's COVID free.
Can I put helmet. Weed smoke in there instead?
You could. Oh, Phil, man, that would make my days go so much better, of course, right? But like, so this thing's on. If you don't turn that shit on before you, like, that shit's got to be hooked up and turned on before you put your fucking hood on. Not in this lab. Let's put a big fucking plastic, fucking airproof fucking suit on, and don't hook the gas in until like how long? Like, you saw them hook it up. Big fucking no. Just no.
Exactly.
Like, even for the actors, like, that shouldn't have made any sense. They should have felt that immediately. So of course it's not airtight, it's not airproof, it's not
but that is like one of those science fiction intentional cliches. Like the non-careful scientist is the one that causes the whole thing. And
here's the thing, I'm a piece of shit because I live that life and I see that and I'm like, fuck you, Apple. The story doesn't matter now. I don't give a fuck about the rest of it. You just fucking took me out of it. Those people will be like, dying. Yeah.
They're gonna be like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall. I like how they didn't really, like, there's going to be mysteries in this, but I like how they didn't waste any time. It's not aliens. It's an alien.
How do you say it's not aliens?
It's an alien tech. No, that's what they said. It's an alien tech that
we do this, and then we'll be there in a couple of years. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. A couple of years we're gonna. But I love how they didn't give any mystery. They showed us exactly the mouse that started. Like they show basically how it all.
You take that glove off though,
because you're a fucking moron. She's a.
You know what? You don't have to feel it's hard.
Hey, we got Amy in
that lab. In that lab, I guarantee you, they have a fucking sonic stethoscope.
Sonic, your boy,
where you could just put the stethoscope on the fucking rat and it will pick up whether or not there's a fucking heartbeat, and the little machine will go, yeah, mouse is fucking living.
You're not doing.
You have to take your fucking glove off and be down in the middle of your fucking like space suit fucking lab and like be like, okay, I'm just gonna take off my protective gloves, my cut fucking resistant gloves with this dangerous fucking animal.
that has some space virus in it.
Fucking planet. Yeah, we've only been counting up and doing all this shit because it's stupid. Like, there's some problems with this, but I can get by that
for sure. We handed out some more memberships. Pierce, Manuel, Debbie, Hey T, Crunchy Tire, and Billtron. Joe is back. Everybody, we got
I actually, I'll tell you what.
You kind of liked it. I could tell you kind of liked it.
I did like it.
I could tell you kind of liked it. Nonfiction says, Joe, Dirty JDL, I missed you. We got the wonderful Amy in the live chat as well. Thank you to everyone. Word is on the street that they already reverse engineered the UFO, the government. The mouse would have been bit through the glove anyway. I missed the good joke.
I know, there's some really good, like, I used to work in kitchens and shit too. There are some really great fucking, like, chainmail fucking gloves out there. And yes, you will not ever get a pulse with those gloves on, especially from like a rat. But like, no rat is chewing through the cut-proof gloves. Like, idiots when you're fucking a teenager and you work in a kitchen and people are like, hey, there's a cut-proof glove. Prove it. All right.
Tim, it's a random drawing. It picks 5 random people in the chat. I can give out 10. So next time we'll roll the dice again, my friend. I love how the Get No Mystery we find out it's the alien thing right away. There's days leading into something's impending. Not alien tech, but you know what, Joe? Because so many people haven't been able to watch this thing. Let's not waste any more time and let's get right into this. Recap! There's 2 crazy dogs here that if I start jumping up and down, it's gonna turn into an affair right now, and they're sleeping so kind and gently.
Remember, maybe?
What was that?
Affair to remember.
An affair to remember. Yes, it will be. It'll be a sad affair to remember. But hey, let's get into this recap. So
what happens first, Phil?
Episode 1 opens up. It's a dark and stormy night. The night was sultry. The night was sultry, Joe.
Was it sultry?
It was in the night was sultry.
I don't know about that.
We're almost done with episode 2. Is it playing again, Samuel B? Do we have to turn on the?
No, he's gonna get booted at 25 minutes left too, just like everybody else.
Oh my goodness!
You get 1 hour and 25 minutes. That's all they upload.
That's all you get.
They cut the upload off.
You get what you get, and you don't get upset.
I'll say this too. I tried to watch something else on Apple. I restarted other apps and this and that, and I tried to watch something else. And there's nothing on Apple that was playing.
So the whole
Apple shebang,
the whole kit and caboodle is down. So we open up on a dark night. The night was stormy, and we see the timestamp thing that's popping up: 439 days, 19 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds. A bunch of satellite dishes in a desert, and a car ripping in. Right away, the visuals, just to go what Joe was saying, right away the visuals are captivating. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. Like there's many imitators, but there's only one Vince Gilligan. And I'm not saying he's the greatest of all time on television, but he's kind of the greatest of all time on television with visual spectacle and making it seem like you're watching a Coen Brothers movie on television. Just the way it visually all looks. It's really freaking incredible. The dude's, there's some satellites and there's an alien thing coming. We get a Vince transition of light to others checking out what this alien thing is. A narrow camera angle that's kind of captivating. And then this one guy that just keeps giggling. We get this code. They talk about what this code could be. It's 600 light years away. It's
600 light years away. It's divided, it ends up being 600 light years away and repeating every 78 seconds.
And it's like 4 elements like Captain Planet.
4 different signals all at once coming in. And what these signals represent are 4 different elements, a recipe, actually. And from this recipe,
they feed it to
is like not a living thing, more like a virus.
Right, and they feed it to rat, and they feed it to a bunch of mice, right? That's basically the beginning.
Basically, they're like, we've put this together in so many different ways, and so far it's done absolutely nothing. Boy, and this is I don't know if you read the floor of the science facility. So
I might have missed it.
After we get all the information about the signal coming in, I think, and it's very set up and kind of drawn out, and it goes along the lines of, like I said, it's very cliche as to like, we're getting this signal and more people in the room, and as we're getting this signal, it repeats every series, and then more people are in the room. And, oh no, it's 4 signals, and then more people are in the room, and then the credits come, and then we're at this military base, and it says so on the floor when that lady walks in and is going to talk.
And that's when we get like a Mars
Army's medical infection,
and that's where we get like a Mars attack vibe, where everyone's sort of excited for it, and you can tell that something impending is coming. You can tell even from the music.
No, they're not excited. They're very bored with it because nothing is happening. We've run this 600 different ways, and like absolutely nothing's happened. So we're off to the lab again. This is why you get that setup that I just had my rant about, where she is like, "Oh well, one of these 600 mice here died. I could take off my glove,
right?
And completely toxic, viral fucking
and give it mouth to mouth,
baby. Yeah, give it mouth to mouth. Fucking CPR, whatever the fuck she was.
Dude, they're like, it was like a Baywatch episode for a second.
Like, this facility would absolutely have a monitor that they could check this mouse's.
Oh yeah, it'll be hooked up. There'd be like a feedback thing.
Yes,
something
ridiculous.
Let's get in the chat for a second here before we continue.
She's even going to entertain the idea next to what apparently, because the other guy there seems to be, correct me if I'm wrong, a subordinate.
Yes,
right?
It seemed that way.
It seemed like that he was the subordinate of the 2 scientists. Maybe they're equals, but either way, she is not breaking fucking protocol in an Army facility, medical research, infectious disease facility for any fucking reason whatsoever. That's the end of her entire fucking career. I mean, when she gets dismissed from this facility.
It was also the end of the world.
And it ends up being the end of the world because you don't fucking do that. Like, that's like, you don't even graduate if you do that at fucking school in one of the programs that would train you for this. You get thrown the fuck out immediately.
So Joe, we
throw you out for fucking less in those kind of fucking environments. Like, that's number one. You just killed the fucking world. You just killed the world. You fucking moron. Get out of our fucking lab. Go find something else to do. You're not a researcher.
It's too late. It's too late, Joe. She already killed the world. 2 Crazy Dogs. That's the name of a good cartoon you see on Nickelodeon in the 90s. The whole shebang. Yes, I didn't realize the first episode was out. Are we having after shows every week? Yes, nonfiction every week, Thursday nights at about 10:30 from now until the end of, I think it's the last episode airs the day before Christmas or something like that.
Bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
I think so. I think that's when it's stretched out to. Sim Burbius says, I was so impressed with the pilot opening where all the audio for the dialogue was cut out. The first words in the entire...
That's Vince Gilligan right there. How many cold openings do we have,
Joe,
where there's no dialogue whatsoever, where it's all just like follow
Joe, do you know what the first piece of dialogue in the episode was? It was the word bullshit.
Yep. I was going to say merde.
That was bullshit. The first word in the episode was bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
Man.
So yeah, same bad time, same bad channel every week around 10:30 on Thursday evenings. Okay, so Mars Attack vibe, and finally we meet our Carol. She's a writer. She's giving a reading of her stuff to a group of really crazed fans, and I thought this whole thing, why Cario, those of you that followed this since the beginning, that was the code name for this show for a while. People thought that was going to be the name of the show. Yeah, why Cario? She's signing books, and I feel like this was a little bit of Vince saying fuck you to some fans and all the stupid questions he has to answer for Breaking Bad, and fuck you fans with all the people imagine if Walter White did this thing, and like she's answering every question with a smile but kind of being condescending at the same time. Carol's digging, and the dude comes with the sword and pulls it out, and I'm imagining a situation where Vince is at somewhere and someone shows up with meth. Vince, I made some blue meth, take this. Like, the dude brought the sword. I don't know, I'm maybe projecting here, but I feel like that was Vince having a fun piss on people a little bit. So Carol's out in the car. She calls her own book mindless crap, and they drive away. And here we go to the scene that Joe's been talking about. Someone's gassing some rats. They're looking and they're explaining too much, and saying they're not getting Bupkiss and not the dog from Rocky, getting nothing Bupkiss. They go to cook some meth or kill some rats, whatever, and one has cardiac, or they're going to zap them or something like that. They're trying to figure out if one was dead or not. A woman takes her glove off to feel a pulse and get a heartbeat, and the rat bites her, and
What are you doing?
and there's ominous music because she's a fucking idiot.
Because this is the scene in every fucking zombie outbreak movie. It's always, it's almost never, it's either like the animal being too clever, right? Or being just clever enough to get out or escape.
It's
some
also
activist letting them out, or some scientist doing something they would never,
or just a
do
random
if they were that level scientist.
Joe, or just a random accident or something. If we're looking at like Spider-Man or something, because it was also, like just putting his hand down and the spider happens to bite him, like the wrong circumstances at the wrong time kind of vibe. But this was idiotic human error that caused this, and so she's going nuts. She takes off her glove and she runs in and she puts her hand in the water, and immediately the water.
Hold on, Phil.
Hold on, Phil. What's up, Joe? Oh, Joe's taking a shot.
Who? What? No, not me. Never.
There we go. Joe's taking a shot. So the woman takes off her glove and she puts the hand in the bubbling water. And the water starts bubbling and going crazy like a Gremlins thing. And the dude pulls her in the shower. And she's not responding, but she seems glazed over. And then we flash to another guy at a vending machine, and someone's walking behind him, and she walks over, and this is the donut woman, and she makes out with him, and then he's infected too. And then they start spreading it via kissing when she wakes up gets out of the shower. That's okay. She starts kissing her subordinate. Then they start getting all the guards in the building and kissing them. It turns into a big makeout session. And then eventually it all turns into this synchronized group consciousness where they're all spitting in petri dishes and sending them out to the world.
And this was really cool.
And then we see what the trailer, I don't know if you knew, like the first trailer that they released, Joe, was like a 3-day timer to that scene of the woman licking the donuts. And like out of context, not saying what it was about, but finally we get to see what it's about in context. And she's licking the donuts to try to get more people infected.
That'll just get everybody that walks through the door that eats the donut, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't take them long either to make this into an aerosol, and it didn't take them. So first off, I really talk about the scene that you just talked about. I thought it was great.
When they all synchronized and all like start.
Yeah, she gets bit.
It looked really cool too, visually.
Kiss the other dude because that's quick and effective. Like if you've ever kissed anyone with strep throat, you've had strep throat.
Yep, or
if you
mono.
Anybody with mono, you have fucking mono. If you've ever kissed anybody, and it's like you got it. These things are very communicable. Apparently, this is too. To the point where even that zombie bite, that was really quick. And so it's saliva to blood, it's saliva to saliva, and those acted quick, and those are pretty quick. But then they show and when they synchronize up, you really start to get a good feel of that this is a hive mind thing.
Yeah, it's the Borg thing comes into play, and
it's not just zombie; it's different than.
No, it's
zombie.
It's definitely not zombie, and you get that feel pretty damn quick.
But is it? But isn't it? But is it?
I don't know. Or is it total alien takeover? But it also could be.
It's absolutely total alien takeover. But I don't see how you can think of it as any other.
No, I agree. I'm with you on that one. What I was going to say is that not everyone is turned into the hive. Some people die. Like, I'm not sure if we'll find out at some point in time the percentage of people that die from this that didn't necessarily hook into it.
So,
and then there's also, we'll get to this later, Joe.
13 people.
13 people, but also we'll get more into this later, Joe, but some way that she emotionally acts can kill people. Like,
no. So when
Carol's mean to her,
God. We're gonna get into it.
We'll get this later. I can't wait to unpack that later. Okay,
because I want to unpack that.
Yeah, me too. Because there's a lot to get into. Okay,
there's a few lines like that happen, and like, dude,
the way they're doing the group consciousness thing.
So I think
is done really well.
Mistake. I think there was an editing mistake.
We'll get to it later.
Because it goes to that 13 people, right? You agree that it was 13 people.
They said 12, and then they said they found one more person.
No, because they didn't. They said 11.
Okay, so they said 12.
Said 11,
but they're counting her.
Episode 1, they said
13.
11.
They're counting her. They didn't count her. They said in the first episode they said 11, but they said 11 other than you, and then we found one more, so there's 13 total.
When did they found one more?
In Uruguay or something. They said.
Oh, she said that. Okay, I didn't realize.
Yeah. They it's the way they worded it, because in the second episode they said 13 total, and then 5 people that somewhat speak English.
Yeah. Okay, I missed that they found one in Uruguay. I completely missed
that.
Or
Paraguay or Uruguay.
Uruguay, Paraguay. That's the same fucking country next to each other. I mean, I'm sorry.
You just sounded like Charles Barkley.
Region.
You just sounded like Charles Barkley right there. It was a total spit contest going on, Amy. Okay, so we're at the airport, Carol. Let's get into this quick because this is the yada yada before the storm.
This was good stuff.
They're really good stuff, but
this was the Vince Gilligan shit. This was the everyday life.
Yeah, and they're a fine oiled.
Fucking love.
They're a fine oiled couple machine. The way they work together, the way that one's buzzed, one's driving. They get the breathalyzer in the car, and it's like, no, I'm not driving. And the whole thing with the breathalyzer, the fact that didn't work when they went to drive away in the zombie apocalypse, and she had the breathalyzer, it cracked me up. That's pure Vince Gilligan dark
I said
comedy.
red immediately before she even picked it out of the fucking car. I was like, red.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Amazing.
Vince Gilligan does this thing. If you remember, and anyone in the chat might remember, if you can remember all the way back to season 2 or 3 opener of The Walking Dead, and it's very quiet. There's no dialogue. They clear a house. They eat a fucking owl. Carl's about to eat dog food. Rick stops him. They eat the owl that Daryl killed in this house, and then they eat it and they leave. And it's all very surgical. It's all very quiet, and it's just a moment of these people's day. And this is what they abandoned in The Walking Dead. And this is what Vince Gilligan does very well, and really master craftsman shit. One of my favorite episodes of Breaking Bad is the plane crash episode where the doll is floating in the pool.
I mean, that's a whole season, but yeah, I know.
That's a whole season, but there's one episode
I know what you're talking about. Where it all comes together.
The season opener where that doll is floating in the pool. It's a little black and white, and it's like, the way he does these moments that are so mundane, that are really, they're throwaway life moments, like the walking into the CDC talking about the fucking donuts. With
the part
this doesn't matter to the story.
Joe, like this part where they're just sitting at the bar celebrating the tour, getting drunk, talking shit is some of the best stuff in the whole episode. I agree with you. It's that slice of life vibes. Like some of the best part of Breaking Bad isn't necessarily.
This is how you develop a character without telling us. This is how you avoid the Mel Gibson moment of I'm the guy that's got nothing to lose.
And this is what everything about Better Call Saul is about, is all that energy. And Breaking Bad had it too, but it's those scenes with Walt sitting at dinner with all of them and getting drunk and snarly, and that it's more
show us who these characters are. You don't have the character themselves tell us who they think
exactly.
They are.
Then it makes more sense when you see them in the intense situation later. You understand who they are, and you get all of this setup for Carol early on. So later on, when we see her saying "motherfucker" and fuckity fuck, it all makes sense that she's a what the fuck kind of person.
Right. You don't get a breathalyzer in your car. You don't get a breathalyzer ignition switch because you had one accident
No,
or you drunk drove and got pulled over once. That happens after 1, 2, 3 times in most states.
She went full Slick Nick. She went full Slick Nick.
So when you see her wake up on the floor and there's a bottle next to her and that kind of shit, like, they've already established that this is her character. This is where she's going to retreat to in a very high, anxious, stressful,
comedic,
and a little bit like
a little Jessica Jonesy. I think a little.
Yes.
A little drunk Jessica Jonesy. John Haymaker, she must have had at least 3 DUIs. So they're at the bar celebrating.
John, thank you for. He doesn't know for sure, but you know.
But yeah, we find all of that. So she's sarcastic.
Like with me, it's speculation, everybody.
She's sarcastic, miserable. We get a cool Star Trek reference. They also talk about her new books making cash and kind of repeating and doing more things in the same universe over and over again. A little Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul reference as well. I know I can make more money in the same universe over and over again. But we get some more background vibe between the two of them. We get the band in the back.
Is this her life after fucking?
And this is where it's so cool, Joe. We get the band behind her making some noise. She wants a cigarette, but like the way this whole scene transitions is one of the best scenes I've seen in a long time. It does this. This is a cliche thing. The zombie outbreak, the day after tomorrow, the walking.
The way they did this, I thought was really good.
Awesome too. Like they see behind her and the way they go outside and smoking cigarettes, and they focus on the two of them just have a conversation, smoking a butt.
I didn't see the band, so. It's funny. It's funny because at this moment, Phil, I didn't know there was a band. After they have their cigarette and the car accident. So what happens next, everybody, is they go inside to have this cigarette. And as they're having this cigarette, a guy just is driving by and has a car accident. She goes and runs over and helps the car accident and notices the guy is having a seizure. And then she turns around and her girlfriend, agent, manager, whatever the fuck she is, wife, is also having a fucking seizure, but still on her feet, and then drops her phone. And she's like, "Oh my god, fuck this guy! Let me go help my wife." And she goes to help this woman, and then
she runs inside, and the way that they handled,
when I was like, "There's no music."
But the way they did that, but the audio in that scene was crazy. It was like
why did the music stop, Phil?
The one note,
because there's a band, and that's when I noticed there was a band.
And the way they did that with the one note, it was almost like that part in Back to the Future where Marty starts going hollow. Like the two dogs put their head up at that point. We're like, what the fuck is this sound? It was a weird like, and the light shined in this weird way. It turned into like a Jesse on meth scene for a second. It got weird and got fucked up.
Well, I loved that when she walks in, the first thing you see is it's a reverse of what she's focused on. So the camera is focused. She walks in. You see her. The last thing you see is her like pushing open the door, and it's a wide out shot, and she's pushing open the door. And when she walks through, the shot reverses, and it's focused kind of on the door where her face is going to be, but what you see is 2 beer glasses that are just shaking, right? And you see
that because everyone's convulsing, and
then it focuses on her face in the background, and then you get another cut or a pull out. I'm not exactly sure because I have had too much sugar tonight. And when you pull out, you see that it's the whole fucking bar is dead. There's no music playing. And I'm like, what happened to the fucking honky-tonk jukebox? And then it pulls out even further. You see the waitress is like, she's still holding the fucking tray. Yeah, and then you pulls out a little bit further, you see, or cuts a different angle, and you see that the whole bar is gone, and there is a live band that was playing.
The drumstick drops.
The drumstick drops. They're all fucking convulsing, and there's people on the floor. Like, it is fucking everybody.
It's horrible.
What you missed what we missed during the cigarette was the contrails above. What is that? That's strange. They're all
the airplane's doing the weird stuff. And we also missed the George Clooney thing. But
that was great. That was fucking great. Why not a dreadlocked, a beautiful dreadlock?
No, George Clooney.
South American. I get told, I'm not South American, kind of still American, but I get told I look like I'm Puerto Rican all the fucking time.
But no, George
Puerto
Clooney.
Rican? Are you black? All the time. I don't. It's weird.
But
It's
the other
weird,
thing that was weird
hey.
in this scene, you get a giant picture of Al Capone on the wall as we're rating.
Oh, that's purposeful? Vince Gilligan doesn't leave this shit.
No, there was like an Al Capone thing there.
He does not. So Vince Gilligan is one of those. I'm sorry, Phil. I am really sugared.
That's okay. So
one of the things that Vince Gilligan, I'm sorry, I want to finish this thought, that he is absolutely purposeful in the set detail. And if you like, listen, there's things like I said, like I missed this, I missed the 13, like it's all purposeful. It's all there on purpose. There's not, when you don't pay attention to Vince Gilligan's work, you miss a lot.
Yep.
I missed some little shit here. I missed the Al Capone thing. And I'm telling you, this is not going to be a throwaway cut. There's reason. Everything in Vince Gilligan's scenes, I believe he's one of those filmmakers, he's one of those writers, he's one of those producers that there is a reason for the shit that's there, right? It could be anybody on the wall. Yeah, it could be like we had a casting agent or a location agent scout, and they went in and they were like, this is a great bar.
I want to get you on the casting couch, Joe.
Right?
Okay,
let's use this bar. But no, there's a reason. I believe there's a reason why we see Al Capone on the wall in this scene. I do. I believe there's a reason for everything that he puts on screen.
I definitely agree with you as well. So she also calls 911. She grabs Helen. We see a picture of Al Capone on the wall. She waits for the car. She tries to get in the car, but she's been drinking too much, as we talked about. She couldn't get her car, which is somehow makes this all comical. And that's another great thing about Vince. Somehow through everything and all this horror that he's dictating here, Joe, he still makes it funny. Like it's still like there's still something funny about all of this.
You had this. So funny. I'm sorry, Phil. I'm going to get into your personal life for a moment, and it's not going to be too personal.
Don't get into my personal
because this shit was fucking awesome, and I've told this story to like 7 people so far, and I know you're not going to be upset at it. Listen, about 3 months ago, Phil is on his way home from like about 75 miles away from where he lives. And he gets a flat tire.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you don't know Phil like I know Phil. And Phil is not the, I'm going to fix this mechanical
Make this quick. I want to get back to the episode, Joe. Come on.
Phil's I'm going to call Joe. I'm going to call someone else. I'm going to call AAA, and they're going to fix this shit. But he doesn't. He fucking knuckles down and he fixes a flat tire on his own. He gets it done.
I got that donut on.
He puts on the fucking donut. This is not Phil, everybody.
Okay.
You know him. You see him.
Keep going, Joe. Come on, move it on.
5 minutes later, after an hour, at 98 fucking degree, humid ass Massachusetts weather. I shit you not. This is all true. This is also true. He changes that fucking tire on his own. Nobody there to help him.
Okay, dude, I want to get back to the episode. Come on, stop it.
Let me tell my story.
Dude, this is a fucking horrible story.
And it's not a horrible story.
I can tell this story in 2 seconds.
And 5 minutes later, not even 5 minutes later.
You're stretching a 2 second story to 20 minutes.
Drives into the back of someone and the car is dead. And that's it.
Crash.
All that work for fucking nothing. And this is the black comedy, the dark comedy that is brought to life in a situation like this. Like my fucking wife is on the ground.
What does this have to do with this episode?
Because my wife is on the ground dying in a fucking parking lot. But I had 2 drinks. I had a drink. I had barely a fucking sip of alcohol 5 minutes ago. 5 fucking minutes ago. And now my car won't work to drive my wife to the fucking hospital. That's why. That's the irony. That's the black comedy. Phil, you went through all that fucking bullshit.
It was hilarious.
And that day was hot. That day was, I felt for you, Phil.
It was very hot.
Fucking horrible.
It was very hot.
You changed that tire. You did that on your own. You don't know how proud of you I
was proud.
As someone who, like, saw how you played basketball before I met you.
You mean beating you? Okay, so the music keeps pulsing and pulsing. She gets into the truck of the other dude. But the weirdest part of all of this was in the middle of her dragging her wife into the other car. Like everyone starts to wake up and like turns around and is just like,
dude, that's fucking creepy shit.
I'm sorry for your loss, Carol.
Out of the bar. They all just walk out of the bar.
I bet the hive mind is faking those seizures to make Carol docile. Do you think they're faking the seizures, or do you think she really does have an effect on them?
No, I think they had that effect. See, here's the thing. This is a hive. This is a hive mind, and
is there a Borg queen? Is there a queen of the hive mind?
No, but what you have to understand is not everybody so there's a couple billion people on the planet, right? But even if 1% suffers from anxiety, and another 1% suffers from depression, and another 1% suffers from this or that all adds up. Some of it might overlap, some of it might not, but I got a feeling that would all, from what they showed us, maybe that all does lap over and add up. And when she comes out and she fucking digs into this woman that's at the gate and tells her how she's a fucking psychopath and how she's fucking evil and it's the single worst thing about human, or whatever it was she said exactly, right? Like, how could that would affect you, maybe, right? If your bestie told you that.
But if there's enough of the percentage of the machine, it's like if we looked at the hive.
Even if enough of the percentage of the machine is normies.
But no, but right? I'm saying if you listen to what I'm saying for a second. If you take like the mountain, for instance, and enough force breaks the mountain's big ass toe, he's gonna have trouble walking.
The mountain fucking, yes, exactly, Phil. So even though it might not be like more than like 5 or 10% of humanity that has these fucked up emotional
there's
issues,
actually episodes.
You stub your fucking toe, you fall over.
We don't even have to go.
Your ankle, you're done.
We don't even have to go too far away from sci-fi, Joe, to do this in Star Trek. Right. In Star Trek, the Borg. There's at times where they've damaged the Borg systems a small percentage, and they have to shut down to regenerate because
some shit went down.
Some bullshit went down.
Some shit happened, right?
Some Borg
and that's shit. Just it. Like even in ant colonies, right? And like this is great because this goes with like kind of like The Last of Us and their fungal thing that affects ants. But like when an ant breaks a leg, so it doesn't really go with that. But like when an ant breaks a leg, and it makes its way back to the hive or to its colony, as you would put it, right?
I love your random story.
The other ants will come over and they will amputate that ant's leg. So if it broke it at like the ankle or the knee, they'll come over and they'll cut it off at the fucking shoulder. And they'll do this because an infection or gangrene or an illness of some sort, if it gets a fever or it starts to get sick. Or
does it want more cowbell? Does it have a fever for cowbell? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, it could get everybody else sick or it could slow down everything. So they cut the fucking leg off. They make an amputation immediately. That's medical care to its colony.
So,
right? Like they do this. So it's going to all affect each other.
Absolutely. So here we go. She's in the car. She's driving up. I mentioned this before. I love the camera angle here of the shot of her showing up at the hospital with it was an ultra close up, and it had the camera almost.
The ambulance that's in the fucking wall.
Or no, it had the camera almost steady, and then the car driving up like this. And then it did the same thing with her walking through the door. It was like a focused, steady shot, and then
before the cut.
And then right before, it was really cool. It was like
it's a focused, steady shot to show like she pulls up in that focused, steady shot, and it shows her like, what the fuck am I looking at? And then there's the immediate cut to an ambulance in the wall, and she walks over to, and okay, so we see what she was what the fuck about, and then she gets out of the car, and it's a wide angle, and she runs over to the door, and as she's running over to the door, it switches to a walking up. And it shows her what the fuck face as she's about to walk into the
Right, and it
hospital.
focuses on her face, only on her face. It was a great shot and great acting by Ray. As her eyes look up and we see the hospital, we see just this creepy zombie wave, like the hospital looks shit. She grabs the doctor. She's like, what the fuck's happening? And the doctor kisses her. They all surround her. She screams, what the fuck's
This
wrong
is on
with
the way
you?
out. That's on the way out.
Yeah, I'm yada-yadaing a little bit, but she goes in there and she talks to him. There's the moment where this all transitions and happens and such.
Everybody's frozen. People are seizing, and she walks right up to this doctor, and she's like, dude, hey. She's reading her, hey, what? Hey, are you there?
And he's like,
And they all wake up and fucking storm, like, walk. Everybody leaves the building. Everybody's fine. This is weird, Phil.
And they all surround her.
This is weird because you have people with injuries. You have people with illness. You have people with the flu or whatever's going on. But they all walk up and leave like they're not sick or injured anymore. That's weird. Because even though you have this new virus, why are you not still with the flu? Why are you not still, like, you would still have 105 temperature, or maybe those are the people that are dead in the waiting
Maybe
room.
some of those people died.
One of the guys got like a fucking brace on his neck. He's like, this doesn't matter anymore. I don't have a broken neck anymore. I'm fine.
The vessel with this broken neck feels bad right now.
Yeah, like, that's a little weird.
I mean, it's
like,
how
it's going to have pain. Like I said, the ants amputate the leg of the broken guy.
But they keep moving.
They do, but they still pay attention.
And we've seen them pay attention here.
Injured.
But we've seen them pay attention here. They come for the dead or they come for the injured and they drag them off.
Not necessarily the injured. We don't see them do anything with the injured until my problem in episode 2, which I didn't tell you about. We can get there.
We'll get to episode 2.
Yeah, we'll get there. But like, I had a problem in episode 2 with the writing as well. But we'll get.
So we keep driving, and but she gets out of the hospital. She keeps driving, and we saw this in the trailer, but the town is just being torched behind her. It's an amazing one shot of her, again from her perspective of seeing everything around her and her just crying and
like a hillside, vista.
And she's just losing her shit. It was just a great acting by Ray right there. It was really awesome.
And that's true. Like if everybody all of a sudden like stopped and started seizing all over the fucking world, the fires, the traffic accidents. So there's going to be not just the people that died from the virus, like the girlfriend, but there are going to be people that died from like they were driving 70 miles an hour when they fucking started seizing.
Yep.
They were flying the fucking plane. And like that comes up in episode 2. But like there's these things that people would be doing when this happened that would just kill them. The virus might kill them or not have effect on them, like the 13 people, but like
or kill like Helen, Carol's wife.
Disaster.
It seems like it just killed her immediately, and it seems
not immediately.
No, she convulsed and then died a little.
No.
She didn't. She never woke up. Oh, she joined. She did. We find that out in a little bit later. You're right.
And she was happy to join.
And that's how they know everything about Carol later. And so this comes to this other scene that Joe was talking about earlier. Carol gets home and she forgot her keys because the car didn't work. She left them in the car, so she tries to get into her house in a really peculiar way. She picks a random rock up and she starts banging the front door. I mean, again,
like in the center, like she's trying to knock.
Joe, out of all your problems, though, I'll contest that.
I know it's weak.
I've had bad days where I've done stupid shit like that,
dude.
Too.
This is fucking stupid, and I'm sorry, but it's horribly acted because it's very obviously either a super lightweight fake fucking rock, so she doesn't actually.
It's styrofoam. It's totally styrofoam,
right? And like, it looks like she's. Like the whole, I can't see how you see this. You look at this through the camera. You're sitting in the editing room. How you don't like get on the phone and say, I need to call everybody back. I was wrong. She needs to, I at least need the house and her and one fucking cameraman and a rock that doesn't weigh 3 ounces. Can we please put an actual
Can we
30
get
pound,
you
20
need you
pound
need a rock budget
in this woman's fucking hand?
Joe,
because
they
this
can't.
looks
Joe, they
ridiculous.
can't even get the episodes to fully air.
This is as ridiculous as the fake baby in that American Sniper movie with that fucking guy from that I Want It Limitless movie.
Joe, you're asking way too much. Apple can't even have the whole episode air without the servers crashing. They can't afford rocks. They can't afford rocks.
But like I don't understand how like you filmed it, you went okay with it, then you rewatched it in the editing booth and you went okay, and then you fucking aired it. Like honestly, this is a very bad moment. And it pulled me from it. I was on the edge of my seat until she started popping this rock on the fucking door. I was like, "What the fuck? What living fuck is this?"
Right after the styrofoam rock, we get the creepy shining kids that walk up and go, "Carol, your spirit key. We won't hurt you. Remember April 21st? You got locked out. You have a spare key. We know where it is, Carol. It's right under the mat." And she's like, "Leave me the fuck alone, you motherfuckers." I love her reaction to everybody. And then she heads in and she's like, "Well, we're very sorry for your loss, Carol." So she drags her dead wife.
Creepy ass fucking kids. But she's like, "Stop right there. Don't come any closer."
Okay.
And they stop immediately. They don't come any closer.
Because I guess they don't want to harm her. They just want to bring her to their side.
Why should we harm her? Apparently the numbers matter.
Maybe,
and I thought about this.
Maybe there's an empathy thing going on.
The numbers matter. So I said to Katie, "How many of them are there? How many of them are there that are dead, or how many didn't turn?" And I was like, "I bet you it's 10. I bet you it's only 10 people in the world that didn't."
You were close. You were close.
I
Joe.
was so fucking.
You're close. Take that shit to Vegas, Joe. So
I was so fucking.
So
close.
she drags her dead wife, and then we'll get to this because this is when we get into some of the best part of the episode here towards the end. She drags her dead wife into the house, barricades the door, blocks the windows. Like the car
because the key was in the garden. Right?
The cars. She puts pillows in the windows. A car drives up and pulls up and grabs dead bodies out of the house. Carol turns on the TV. It's all static except one channel with a.
Everybody in the neighborhood left.
Right, left really quick. They all got in cars and left immediately, and then another car showed up.
They all backed out but didn't hit each other, and they all drove away.
And then another car came back and grabbed a dead body and left. And then she turns it on, and it's a political thing where with an 800 number saying "Call me," and Carol.
It looks like immediately you think, "What? It's the president of the United States."
No, but it's not.
I thought.
Me too. I even wrote in my notes that
the fucking president is on TV. "Call me, Carol."
No, it's like agriculture. It's like the agriculture guy because he had a suit.
And again, it's back to Phil's. So what you see is you see her flipping through channels, and it shows like blank channel, blue channel, snow channel, blank channel, and finally, like just as it flips to a channel, we see something real quick, and it looks like a POTUS podium and a guy. But then it immediately switches back to her face, and she's like, "Thank fucking God."
USA.
And
she's like,
"Thank fucking God. Bless America." But then it stays on her face with that same kind of shot from the hospital when she walks in, and from the truck when she pulls up to the hospital, and it shows you her reaction. You see her look around the screen, and she looks at the main picture, and then she looks down. And she's kind of looks like she's reading the teletype at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, the 800 number.
And it's that message.
And she's also probably thinking, "Who the fuck is this guy?" like who the fuck is this guy?
That's not the president because it wasn't the president.
Like who is?
Thought it was
like who? And the guy on screen,
which was great comedy, by the way.
It was so much comedy in this scene because in the way he just sits there too and doesn't say anything. It's very Total Recall. Like he's just sitting at the screen, like
yes.
Very quiet, just like looking at it. And then when they start explaining how they picked him, he's like, "Oh, and I was the guy with the suit," or something like that. Like the explanation of how they picked him.
The Undersecretary of Agriculture and some other bullshit. And
I had
like
a suit.
A very large amount of the top staff didn't make it through the fucking viral upload. So, they're dead. And I had a suit on. So they were like, hey, and here I am.
They thought I'd be pleasant for you. So, hey, you got any questions? And she's like, alien invasion? No, this is no alien invasion.
Yeah,
no,
it's not even a living thing. Well, it's a virus,
really?
but like,
and this
you'll
is weird.
love it.
It's like a benefit. It's a technology. It's 4 tones, like an RNA thing, like four different elements of some sort that came together to form an RNA, a living virus.
A sequencing.
Yeah, four elements, not alien.
And you guys made it, and then
totally not aliens. Totally not alien invasion. Don't even say that.
Not yet. Anyway.
No. We're months away from that, Joe.
No aliens yet.
Yeah, we're months away from that. So who are you? Who the fuck are we talking to? You're talking to everybody. Hey, it's all of us.
The entire planet.
Hey, what's up?
All but 13 of you.
Yeah, it was 11 other people. Everyone's who's in charge? Are you in charge? Everyone's in charge. Are there others like me? 11 others like you in the world. Rest assured, Carol, we'll find out what makes you different. And she's like, why? So you can join us. What the fuck?
Okay.
And then she hangs up. And that's in 0 days, 59 minutes, Pluribus, and I believe that's the end. Is that the end of the episode? That's
the end of the episode.
And then we have our second episode that we'll talk about. So let's go back before we get into our second episode. Joe, okay. What are you peshying? What's your peshy right now?
No. Second episode.
Okay, second episode. I wrote slightly less notes in the second episode, but we see a person walking in the desert.
Because you only had half of it, Phil.
It's true. Looking after the effects of everything. A truck pulls up. She tries to get the body out.
This is great. This is silent.
It's visually, it's amazing. Like the visual is
a whole cold opener.
It's so bright and beautifully filmed and stuff like that. Some other reaction of dealing with this situation.
And this woman is dirty. She's dirty from head to toe. She's wearing a filthy fucking robe. She's wearing like sandals or barefoot or boots. No, she's wearing combat boots. And she's picking up dead bodies on the side of the road. And suddenly, another dude pulls up and is helping her. And then a third dude pulls up on a scooter, and she's like, switches places with this guy and gets on the scooter. And I really love this because already now I'm thinking hive mind, right, Phil? And when this woman gets on the scooter, she's on her fucking way. And she's zigzagging up the street.
This was filmed really well too. Like this,
it was filmed great.
Like visually, it was like I was in a video, not in a video game, in a bad.
You're in a foreign part of the country that is Islamic sort looking script. I don't know exactly what
visually
exactly
it just looked amazing. Like the landscapes were incredible.
On the buildings on the side, yeah, right. It looks Middle East somewhere, right? Or adjacent. And as she's driving on this scooter, she's going around people. She's going through traffic. She's going up on the sidewalk. But the people that she's moving and weaving around and she's not like wide berthing these people or this shit. And there's no expression on her face in some of the shots to say that she's worried. These people don't even acknowledge that she is driving past them as they're picking up bodies or going around traffic.
Is she one of the 11, Joe?
No, she's not one of the 11. She's one of the hive people. But the thing is, everybody is. So nobody's fucking worried that this woman is darting around them and through them.
Because everyone's thinking together, so you can go 95 billion miles an hour and swerving.
Right, exactly. There is no more traffic jams.
It would be like bumping into yourself walking straight.
You can't.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It would be like bumping into yourself walking straight.
Exactly. And you can't do that. Like, everybody's on the same page, and it shows in this moment because, like I said, she's replaced by that other guy.
As John Haymaker says, she automatically knew how to fly the plane because she knows every person in the world knows how to fly the plane.
Yes, everybody. So, like, at one point when the 5 are going to go meet up, I'm like, why isn't there a 4-year-old flying this plane? And Katie looks at me and goes, can't reach the controls.
It's true. That would not be optimal. There's a Vulcanness to their mindset. There's like that. We picked the
I
most
was like, fair enough.
like they picked it. Like we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Is it in this episode where we get? Yeah, it is in this episode
Yes.
where they pick somebody that looks like a character in
This
Carol's
is her.
book.
This is her.
Yeah, this is
This
her.
is her. This is why she's getting on the plane, and then she flies to wherever Carol is. She gets off the plane. She takes off the boots. She gets off.
They pick the person in the
dirtiness.
world, and they.
But hey, Phil, there's no modesty. She gets off the plane. She walks into the airport. She's in the middle of the fucking airport. Yes, nobody's around. Takes off her boots, takes off her socks, takes off her dress, takes off her underwear, and throws it all away in the trash and walks to the bathroom.
Recycle. She put it. She was careful. She recycled.
Yep, with his 4 other people that have gotten this bathroom area, wherever this is, whatever airport this is, nice, and they got the shower ready for her, and she just walks up and she gets in the shower. But like, she's completely naked when she walks through that room. She's completely naked at the airport after she gets out of the plane. Okay, great. She didn't have time to find other clothes. It might have been cold. It was a C-130 aircraft. It said so. And when it landed, maybe it was cold, so she didn't get out of the fucking dirty-ass, nasty fucking rags or shower. But when she finally does step in that shower and she's butt-ass naked, she pulls the fucking curtain. Why? Why does she pull the curtain? Everybody in that room is her.
I didn't even notice that.
She is everybody. I did notice it. It was like
for the TV audience.
Curtain. It was like a big fucking
It was for
noise
you.
when
It was for you, you pervert. She didn't want you to be able to see
why?
it.
Why? She should not have pulled that curtain. There's no reason for her to, because everybody is in her head. Everybody.
It was probably
all
a comedic choice.
People on the fucking planet are watching her fucking eyesight if they want to.
I'm guessing it was a comedic choice to be like, nope, you can't. You're not like an Austin Powers kind of moment.
Because then it put us in the shower with her and just put us on her like face getting clean.
Yeah, we saw the dirt.
It wasn't about that. There was no reason.
You know why? You know why, Joe? It's logically by doing that you protect the floor and make it less wet, and you don't have to clean up.
To stop the splashing.
Yes, to stop the splashing. Yeah, because logically speaking, to stop. No, Katie's right. Katie's right.
The fucking room floor. They can have one.
As always, Katie is right on this one. Katie is right on this one. Okay, so it was to protect the splash because that's logical.
Shut the fuck up, Joe. Katie's right.
Yeah, shut the where is it? We need to shut the fuck up, Joe, on that one. So
that was her response, was to stop the splashing.
No, it makes sense. I'm with Kate. I had the same thought right here thinking about this.
My OJ on my keyboard.
Shut the fuck up, Joe.
There we go. Okay, so Carol wakes up, and Joe, of all the amazing shots and visuals we had in this episode, Carol waking up with her bottle on the side, not spilling, like it happened to be the exact amount of booze on the side, like the way the bottle was like hanging out, like half the booze was just amazing. And then they flash over Helen's still dead. They wrap up. She
wakes up close by on the floor.
That's gotta smell.
Passed out, drunk, next to her dead significant other, not cuddling with her, not directly next to her, but like a good 5 or 6 feet away in a different angle, like she just fell over out of fucking nowhere at some point, like. It was a little weird, Phil. It was a little weird.
It's some Perry Farrell gift stuff going on there a little bit, Joe.
No, it was worse than that. It was worse than
No, it's not. He had sex with her.
That the one fucking bottle, half a bottle. Like this is the most traumatic fucking experience you've ever gone through.
Anyone's ever gone through.
Maybe you've called people, maybe you haven't, this, that. Like, I'm sorry. This felt weird.
And
even for someone who's like a hardcore alcoholic, this woman has enough of it together to write a series of fucking novels. And her first response in this tragic, horrible situation on night one with the creepy kids in the creepy fucking hospital and the dead fucking spouse is to swill enough to pass out and fall over in her fucking living room. I'm sorry, Phil, but like, there's 100 things I'm doing in this weird ass fucking moment than finding a bottle of alcohol and fucking swilling it.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you, Joe.
As I slur my fucking speech.
No, but in reality, you know, I'd be looking for the green stuff instead. So
yeah, but are you like, okay, I found my green stuff, and now I'm going to smoke until I pass the
no,
out.
not that night. Coral says I wouldn't be able to sleep that night. Coral in the
no, you wouldn't, and you wouldn't. The last thing on your mind. Maybe you want a swill or two, a couple of shots or whatever, but you are not.
But
you are not gonna fucking like drink enough to fucking pass out.
I'm definitely not drinking enough.
First off, by the time the fucking hospital scene is over, you're thinking, wake up, wake up, wake up. I'm not moving. I am not moving until I wake the fuck up. I'm still on the plane. I fell asleep on the plane. I know I fell asleep on the plane. Where's Freddie? Where's Freddie?
We're hoping there is
taking you on, bitch.
There is a Freddy thing. Get the prime time, bitch thing going on. Coral Ekins in the live chat says she can fly the plane. This is what Joe was saying too. She can, she can fly the plane because the hive mind allows her to get all the knowledge from everyone else's mind. They can do and know everything, and that's how they know Carol, because they connected with her wife before her wife died, as Joe mentioned earlier. So we get the angle. We already talked about the shower is being prepared for her and she gets cleaned up. She's grimy. Joe, thank you. This is a weird thing that I'm just stupid because I was taking notes and not aware. Like, I didn't connect necessarily until you just said that the grimy pilot was the person that showed up at her house later that looked like the character in the book.
And did that, I'm sorry, maybe someone else in the chat, or maybe you, Phil, because you didn't, like, you saw the similarity between the man that was Saban, I believe his name was, or what was his name?
Which one?
It's her main character's name in Wachovia.
Oh yeah, I forget what it was
Whack
called.
Off on you.
Yeah, but the similarity, I don't know the character's name, but I know who you're talking about.
I think it was Saban or some shit like that.
Saban, yeah, some shit like that.
But anyway, but like when they showed them both together, when she ran in and grabbed the book and she was like, "Wait a second, you look like my cover art." I don't know. It looked weird. Did it look weird, Katie? The cover art and the woman that showed up, that was her.
I'd have to look at it again.
Saban. What was the pirate's name? Robon. There you go.
So we're almost to that scene. Carol sees how hard it is to dig a grave. I don't want to be morbid here, but I once dug a grave for a cat, and just digging that small of a grave is a lot of effort. I can imagine how hard it is in that, like, in that ground. Like they really showed the true nature of how hard it is to actually just randomly dig a hole like that. So it's 2 hours, and then shows up at the house is this woman, the pirate woman, and they're watching from a 40,000 feet not armed drone. Don't worry, I'm here with a product placement here to hydrate you. I thought this was a good use of product placement. Vince, you got to do it. You got to pay the bills. You got to do an Aquafina commercial in there. I feel like it was done with at least a little bit of class here. She's like, "What'd you put in that fucking water?" "No, it's just water. You know, what if you drugged me to turn me into one of you?" "Well, we're at least months away from that. You know, we're working on it. We're doing it. But we're fucking months away from that. What the fuck are you doing here? Just take the water. You need to be hydrated." So she takes the water and she dumps the Aquafina.
It's all a little weird.
The Aquafina commercial?
Yeah, not just the Aquafina commercial, but like, even after she had the conversation, like, there's a lot to unpack with her conversation with the
pirate.
Undersecretary of the United States, fucking United States Agriculture Department.
With both these conversations,
right? So like,
yeah, let's stop and talk about this a bit.
So she's an author.
Yes. And
she is
wait, and I want to ask one question just as a theme question to go into this. Is Carol inherently more important than the other 11, other 12 other people?
apparently because this is who the story is about, right?
Right. But I'm saying in reality
macro.
of this world, not in
I don't
our
think so.
perspective. Like, do they
Correct.
care about making her happy, or is just the goal to get these other 11, these 13 people on their,
Here's the thing, Phil. You have infected a world with 6 billion people. You have killed however many people that died accidentally.
a billion, 2 billion, 3 billion. Who gives a fuck? I know not who gives a fuck, but
Right.
it's not a lot. You've killed a lot.
And a lot of people died.
So why do you care about these
before.
13? Why don't you just kill them?
Kill them.
Why don't you just kill them?
I kill them. You kill them because they're outsiders. They didn't take.
Here lies my question, Joe, an overall theme of the season.
What does the science have to do with it for you?
What's the end game of this series, and how long? Like, I love these 2 episodes. I really did, or the episode and a half I watched. Yeah. But my question is, how far can you stretch this if it's one person versus the world?
It's 13 people versus the world.
But I met some of these people. I don't give a fuck about them. I
didn't even meet them. Listen, my shit crashed out.
I met them. Well,
as soon as they walked
to
up to them in the, like, I didn't even get a single. Not anybody said anything. She looked at another person and smiled, and that was it.
How soon before the hive mind just decides, let's kill these people?
Immediately.
Why are they trying to make them happy?
Listen, immediately.
Right. Why haven't they already done it? Why aren't they just breaking it?
Because you got to figure there's enough people out there of the exact opposite mind type. So with a hive mind, either one person or one thing is in charge, which I would, if everybody's on the same page immediately like they kind of seem to be, then why wouldn't that also be
something has to be in charge?
Galaxy.
One entity has to be in charge of the entire hive mind.
And if it's not, if it actually truly is everybody, then all the sad, depressed,
there's a queen. There's a bee queen.
Are going to be outweighed by the kill them, fuck them, doesn't matter. And so what you get is you get this middle point, and in the middle point is a rational point. In that rational point, it says those 13 people don't matter. 0.00000
Let's
0.01%.
Joe, a couple comments from the live chat. John Haymaker says the hive mind is nonviolent. No, we've seen them be violent because when they started breaking out initially, people were definitely causing some violence and causing some people. Samuel says, I wonder if the beings who sent the signals are even still around. They could be extinct, and this is their backup plan.
That was another thing that needed to be unpacked. Like you said, like they said at one point in one of the 2 episodes, the signal could have been coming since before humans
even existed. Yeah, I saw that.
If so, the way light works is like we see stars
that existed billions of years ago, or whatever, like that.
Come to existence and stop existence. But this all happened 1 million years ago. This happened before humans even started walking on the earth. It just took that much time for the light to get to us. Radio signals and signals that aren't made of light travel at a much slower rate than light travel.
We've broken the sound barrier. Like, we've done things that can travel the speed of sound.
We can go 10 times the sound barrier, or close to it. Yeah. But what we can't do is we can't come anywhere near 3,600,000 million miles.
I will walk 1 billion miles. So there's a lot of unpacking. So maybe to go to what John Haymaker was saying, maybe there is something ingrained within this hive mind that can't harm these people. There's some sort of barrier that we can't harm these people. We don't want to cause violence towards them because it would make.
But why?
I don't know, because the most logical solution to this problem would be to kill them. So if they're not just if they're not just killing them, there has to be a reason that they can't. There's got to be a directive built in there that we can't kill these people. Because we can make
better science that gets everybody and doesn't leave 13 people.
But they're statistically not important.
Planet, that goes for the next planet. But my thing
But they just killed 1,000. Kim just killed 1,000. Carol killed 1,000 people by being rude.
The next planet, we get 100. We get 100%.
So what's 13 people?
The deaths. Exactly. What is 13 people, Phil? And that's just it. With a hive mind. With a hive mind, eventually the hive mind says we can sustain a population of and no more. So every birth next is dead. Or we have to cull a population. Or we have to let so many die, or things like that happen.
Joe, how about this? How about
to protect the majority?
How about possibly they want to keep these people alive because it's important to figure out why they are immune.
Correct.
And
the next planet that this works on.
Or that if other people are born with this immunity, how they can solve it in the future when they do procreate.
And here's the thing. It might seem as though this is benign, as this is maybe a good thing. But here's the thing: if you're,
it's killing a third of the population. It's Thanosing like half the population. No,
but it also, everybody now has intelligence beyond what they had.
Yes,
wisdom beyond what they had,
abilities beyond what they had.
Right, but if you're trying to take over a planet, is that a good thing?
I mean, yes, if you're in control of all of them.
If you're in control of this hive mind as well, yes. What if you're not?
But you are.
So you would think they would write that into it, that they are also controlling this hive mind, right? So...
But they might not want to cause violence. Their goal, their modus operandi might ultimately be that they need to make these people happy to figure out, because they want to keep them alive and keep them like they're feeding the prize pigs.
Everybody, you run the risk of losing the hive. So rather than just kill them immediately, figure out how to not lose the next planet.
True. Samuel says these aliens that sent the signals may have decided to make man docile so we don't hurt them, or to make us easier to colonize.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of what you were saying, Joe. Similar to what you were saying.
That's where I was getting to, but like as I started to dissect that in asking you the questions, I was like, no, because you don't want everybody. Like, here's the thing. I'm a firm believer, like, in this a little bit of a
but what's it matter?
Stargate, right? Stargate is like no reading, no writing. Those things lead to the fall of me having power over you, because it allows the spread of information, the fostering of ideas, and upheaval to what I'm trying to accomplish. So if I give everybody the power to 4-year-olds to fly a plane, or everybody has the same intelligence level, like, does that then stop the freedom or the creativity?
Yeah, it's
because this woman's an author, and yet for some reason she's not creative enough to think kick in a window. She's like, bash my front.
Dude, give her a break. Give her a break. Her wife died. Her fucking wife died. Give the woman a break. Okay, so let's continue the recap a little bit, and we'll get back into this a little bit more as we're going on here, because this episode is incomplete. So, are you supposed to be my character? How original? Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, she confronts her. She's like, "Are you supposed to be my character from the book? Can you read my mind?" And she explains that her wife joined right before she died. Yesterday was the.
Tells her straight out, yes. We chose the most pleasing thing we thought, and she's like, "But my character's a man, and you're a woman," and she's like, "Hello, you're a lesbian."
We want to make myself attractive for you, duh. Like, duh.
And they say it all without saying it all. And that's
exactly.
Right.
It's so understood. It's said with a look. And it's enough to be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And it was just like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I'm glad you said that because I did write that in my notes. She's like, they're like, are you like a grave robbing philosopher? Like, what the fuck are you doing? The fuck. I love how.
No, I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a grave robbing philosopher. But your dead wife joined with us right before we killed her.
And we kind of tapped into her mind and sort of hijacked it all to be able to manipulate.
It all.
Yeah, we're gonna like manipulate you, but we're not smart enough not to tell you to your face. It's like
right, right. Like you have millions of other people influencing this conversation, maybe, and like a lot of them are saying,
maybe no, yeah, everybody.
Truth.
No, Joe, it's not. It's everybody.
We don't know. We don't know.
Everybody.
We don't know who's influencing the conversation.
Everybody that's connected.
Everybody, the person that's there, or the entity, or the being, or the consciousness that's present at the moment is present at the moment. But is everybody present at the moment? Or can she ask anyone of the 6 billion? So is there something else? One of the hive mind, one queen.
Is it a Rolodex of people?
Pauses.
Is it a Rolodex of people, or is it a queen that's controlling, that's got the joystick there from the situation?
Because she pauses when she's asking these questions. The woman, the pirate, Raban, pauses and kind of shuts down while she's retrieving answers from the 6 billion people on the planet. And Carol's like, yo, are you still with me? And she's like, yes, I'm still with you, Karen.
I'm still with you,
Carol.
Like, what the hell's going on here? What the fuck? Like, she just keeps saying fuck. We have uploaded your wife. Sort of Stepford Wise's. These aliens that said, oh yeah, might be easier to colonize. So she's like, you grave robbing. But Carol tries.
Oh, she unloads. Well, she follows her out. She's like, I see we're upsetting you. We'll leave now.
Yeah, we'll leave now.
Drink some water.
Please drink some
water.
water.
That's all we want. We don't want you to dehydrate and die, because losing one of 6 billion people would just be too much for us to handle. Unlike you're fucking screaming at me 30 seconds from now, which killed how many people, Phil?
A lot.
I looked at Katie. I was like, 4 million.
At least like a third of the population. I'm assuming half.
I said 4 million. I said 4 million people.
A lot.
We're talking worldwide.
A lot of people died, and
4 million.
So Carol gets in the unicorn truck that
just by pressing her down.
That Joe should own. Joe, you should own that unicorn truck, and she drives it off.
She's the unicorn, right? How is that?
She is. That's a little. It's a little on the horn.
We saw the unicorn. I was like, oh yeah, Karen's the fuck.
Yeah.
Karen.
It's a little on the horn. It's a little on the horn, but I'll approve it. So
that show was great, by the way. Unicorn.
Oh yeah, no, it was. She's trying to save a person trapped. All the people woke back there. Trying to take it from there.
Stepford Wives. Yeah, everybody. Stepford, everyone. Amy.
So they come back. Carol calls. Carol calls the hotline again when she gets back home, and she's like, "Pirate, something else happened before. Did she try to save somebody else? She tries to save a person trapped that wakes back up."
Okay, so when this woman has her little seizure and shuts down because she like, so. She
yells at her, and the pirate lady breaks down and has an attack, and then everybody does.
The car, which was fucking weird. Like, she already was, like, pissed, and the woman left, and that's what she wanted in the first place. But she follows her out, and the woman says something, and this causes Carol to just, you're a bunch of fucking, this is psychopathic, this is fucking horrible, how dare you use my fucking dead wife's memories to try to manipulate me, you pieces of fucking shit. Die. Whatever she says. And this woman shuts down,
that's
and she
close.
starts having this, and she can't figure it out. So what does she do? She freaks out, she jumps in the unicorn truck, and she drives into fucking town to some random spot where she jumps out and sees 7 other people who she knows are all fucking part of this fucking hive mind at this point, because she already talked to them and found all this information out. And they're all fucking seasoned. And one guy's hanging from a fucking cherry picker who was trying to get a plane out of the top of the building that had crashed into the building. I said we'd get back to that later, because when this shit happened, people were in the middle of stuff, and they just went fucking cold. and this little fucking Cessna, whatever it was, this John F. Kennedy Jr. fucking plane crashed into the fucking top of this building, and they were trying to get it down, but this group of people, they're all fucking seasoned because Carol fucking decided to dress this woman down and actually like call her a psychopath and all this shit. And when you did that, the entire fucking region or maybe world or whatever it was seized up and people started fucking dying apparently on top of it. And like when they all come to, she's in the middle trying to get the cherry picker down. So she pulls up, she jumps out, and she's like, oh my God, everybody's seasoned. Instead of worrying about the woman that's bleeding and dying on the ground, instead of worrying about the other 3 or 4 people that are there seizing, she sees the person hanging from the cherry picker and is like, oh, they're seizing. And she runs up to this flatbed truck and she's like, oh. That's her reaction. And she's looking at the side of this truck with all the doors closed. So what does she do? She opens up like the toolbox door on the side of this truck. Like she almost knows the controls are in that compartment. And then she pulls out a box and then she starts playing with controls on this fucking box. Like she knows that that's the box with switches instead of a joystick. I'd have been looking for a fucking joystick, Phil. How many years have fucking video games been around? I'm looking for a fucking joystick. She's like, oh, a whole bunch of toggle switches, 2 fucking buttons. This must be the controls for that thing up there. And she's right, it is, but she has no idea what the toggle switch is and the fucking buttons do. So she's dragging this guy's face across. Meanwhile, like I said, there's an older lady fucking bleeding out from the fucking head, lying on the ground. So when everybody comes to, a couple of the fucking drones start worrying about the fucking lady. But the guy up there is like, yeah, don't worry, Carol. We got it from here. Go back to freaking out. What the fuck was she doing in the first place? She left one woman fucking season to drive up and go nowhere and freak out instead of locking herself in her house. She goes out into the middle of fucking wherever where there's millions more drones and they all happen to be season. It was just all very fucking weird. So when they come to and they're like, we got it from here, Carol, she goes home. And when she gets home, the fucking lady's car
she makes a phone call and she's like, pirate lady can come back if she wants.
Right, but when she gets back, she sees the pirate lady gone, the car gone. They were seizing when she left. She was seizing and the car was there. And then she walks into the backyard and she sees that in the backyard, now there's a sun hat. There's a pickaxe to get through the volcanic layer that this woman told her about.
I'm surprised the body wasn't already buried.
I think Katie and I were like, we thought the hole was dug.
Me too. I actually wrote in my notes and then I erased it because I was like, they dug the hole.
And then she goes into the fucking house and she's like, weird fucking creepy seized up fucking stalking pirate cunt that tried to manipulate me. You all tried to, like, why would she even call that fucking number back? There's 100 things to do, to think about.
Come on back.
Like, what the fuck?
But that's your character that you created.
This woman told her that there was a fucking military drone 40,000 feet over her fucking house.
Joe, there was no weapons, though.
Track of all the shit she was doing. There was no weapons on it. Bullshit. Bullshit, there was no weapons on it. Why does there need to be weapons on it, Phil? They have nukes. They have ICBM fucking
Why do they need them? They're all on the same side now.
To land on her fucking house. There doesn't need to be anything in the fucking drone. But she told her there was a drone 40,000 feet above circling, keeping an eye on her because we don't want you to fucking dehydrate.
So Carol...
Yeah, I'm going to believe that, not because you don't think I'm some sort of threat.
So Carol, she can barely move, and with the pickaxe, and her pirate friend
lady shows up.
is like
Ramon.
I have a better solution to this, and calls in a helicopter that drops in a piece of landscaping, like construction gear. That
remember, Phil.
This is what Tony and Chris used to bury Ralphie.
Carol said, George Clooney is my...
Oh, is this guy?
It's this woman.
Yeah, this guy. It's more like...
And the wife was like, use some South American dreadlock as your inspiration. But what shows up is a Middle Eastern woman.
I mean, the real inspiration for it, the ultimate that she couldn't say in real life, you know?
Right.
So Carol asked about astronauts and the 12 other people, and she's like, "No, it's 13." And they say, "No, it's another one. It's 11, not 11 other people. No, now it's 12. We've met we found one other person." And she says, "I want to speak to them. How many of those people speak English?" And they said 5 of them know English. And she said, "I want to talk to all of them. Set up a meeting." And it's Lucy. And it's sorry, I'm stopping a dog. And she says set up a meeting, and she pauses for like 5 seconds to kind of talk to all five people in different areas, and comes back and says all 5 people want to meet as well.
Yep.
And then
next thing you see them getting on another plane.
Right, and then we get the dream scenario, Joe. What I don't know if you've ever flown on a plane that's not very filled up, but it's amazing. It's like the greatest thing ever. Like one time when I went to visit Nick, I forget which time it was. I was coming back on a random like Wednesday or some shit like that, and the plane was just empty. It was like at a weird time of day, and it was like nobody. They were like, you can just sit wherever you want. And I'm like laying down like in random rows. It's just amazing. So we see Carol. I know this is a weird apocalypse situation, but being able to just sit in a flight all alone is kind of amazing.
I had that once on the way back from fucking Vegas. They were like, on the way to Vegas, the last like 6-7 rows were completely fucking empty.
It's amazing.
And I looked at this stewardess, was like, "Can I lay down in one of those?" And she was like, "Go for it." Like the entire plane is packed, and I'm in like the last row, completely fucking stretched out. And there's like 6 rows empty in front of me. I'm like, oh my God.
It's beautiful. It's like it makes all the difference, Joe. So they say we have high hopes for this gathering. Your life is your own, but we can't protect you guys from each other.
Bullshit, my life is my own. Like the other 6 billion people's lives were their own, who are not their own anymore. Nothing private, nothing secret, nothing your own. Everything shared at a moment, like without a moment's notice, without giving consent. This is bullshit.
But is this one of those things that, like, if it's like the Cybok thing, like if you get the answer, do you automatically agree to this? It's like if you hear what if you smell the bullshit that they're shoving, you're like, oh, okay, I'm on this fucking bullshit team.
Like my life is my own, but you're still spying on me with a drone 40,000 feet in the air to make sure I'm not dying or to make sure I'm not plotting against you.
You're still hijacking my wife for information.
No, my wife said you killed my wife. You murdered my wife.
Fucking
you murdered my wife and millions of other people during your takeover. But did they? Did they honestly? Because like he said on the TV, all we did was send you a message. All they did was send us a message.
Yeah, some people just can't hear it.
We got that message, and we created this, and then this happened.
We're sorry.
No, not even we're sorry. We're enthused about it. Nothing could be better.
No, I mean, I'm sure they're sorry not sorry, but if, you know, that it doesn't matter to them that a third of the population or 6 million people or however many people happen to die.
They didn't do it.
Right. That was just
those
people couldn't handle it. Because we created this whole thing.
And we're not sorry.
No.
Not them, but we.
It was the greatest day in all of humanity, Joe.
Right. And so if that's the case, why are we keeping these 13 people alive? Why haven't they already been killed?
I'm with you.
The only thing they can do is fuck it all up.
866 million people died because the military intervened. Team Hive Mind. Yes, Samuel, I'm with that. And yes, Team Aliens, Miss Amy. Your life is your own. We can't protect it from one another. We see a bunch of planes about to cross. There's okay, so we're waiting for everyone to arrive. We see some luxury Air Force One plane arrive, and Carol's like, "What the fuck?" Okay, so we see a bunch of people. So you didn't get to see any of these guys, right?
No. As soon as they land at the airport and they walk through the airport and meet up with like 4 or 5 people. Pirate turns and smiles, and Apple TV went blank. That was it for me. I am blind from this point on. But like,
I have a little bit more.
Like Haymaker says something here. John, I want to read something to John's here.
Yep.
I gotta find my. Okay. 866 million people died because the military intervened. The military intervened by making this fucking virus and getting involved when they took the fucking information from the people at NASA or whatever
wherever
astronomers took the signals from, right? Now, these 866 million people, I don't know where you got that number from, John, but that's interesting because what you have is...
He said he saw the rest of the episode, so maybe they say that. Maybe.
Okay, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, she lives on a fucking cul-de-sac with one person in her house. And 50% of the people that live in her house fucking died. I don't know how many people live in the house directly next door to her, but when she got home and everybody backed out of that fucking driveways and left and that other truck pulled up, they took a body from the house.
Yeah, only one.
Next door. We only saw them take one.
So out of that whole neighborhood, 2 people died.
At least.
We only saw 2.
At least 2 people died in that neighborhood. And not even that neighborhood, in that cul-de-sac. On that one street, 2 people died. And I'm sorry, but if you're looking at
2 out of 20,
it's just
10%
that we saw, because the next time after that, she has a conversation and then she's passed out on the floor. Like, so we don't get to see how many other houses that truck pulled up to on that street.
What's interesting about when we start to meet all these people, the other people, they all have their sort of families involved, and their families are all in the hive mind. So they're sort of dealing with it all and not like they don't see the problem that Carol sees in all of this. And this is what we get into a little bit later, and this is where I cut off. But let's get into a couple of chats in the live chat. John Haymaker says, the hive mind chick said there were 1,000 people joined a day with no deaths until the military tried to stop them.
That doesn't make sense. 1,000 people a day. Do you know how long it would take to get to 6 billion with 1,000 people a day? Certainly wouldn't be 3 hours. It certainly wouldn't be 12 hours. 1,000 people, 6 billion divided by 1,000.
I can't do math. Hey Alexa, what's 6 million divided by 1,000?
It's like 600 million.
6 million divided by 1,000 equals 6,000.
What?
6 million divided by 1,000.
6 billion.
Yeah, I know. It did million. So it's
That's 6,000.
Thank you. Shut up. Wise ass. I said 6 billion. What is...
Anyway, or 60 million, 600 million, something like that. Anyway, it doesn't fucking math, whatever. That would take forever. That's not...
It's a little bit like...
Whatever. What she said was probably something along those lines, John. I don't know if that's what she said. I didn't see it. But that would take a long time, not the 3 hours it took. The hive mind chick said there were 1,000 people joined.
But they must, as Samuel says, they must have sped off the process after that. And yes, Amy, it is kind of, there is an invasion of body snatchers thing. Let me just finish up the little bit more that I have here.
Because we see it. Okay, so, yeah, no. Because all the planes had to be taken to do the contrails. So... Okay, there's some timeline fuckery going on.
Yeah, there's some there, and that's where we see.
I only saw half the episode.
But there's timeline fuckery, but they're making sure that's where all the timestamps come in. They're showing us when everything's happening.
Right, because one thing happened and it said like it was like 3 or 4 hours, and then another thing
it's like
happened,
30 days, and then another thing happened. It's like 30 days later.
I didn't see no 30-day shit.
Either way, they're fucking.
I didn't get there.
So
I'm like halfway. I can't. It's all spoilers.
So then they're waiting for one of the 13 to arrive, and he arrives on a luxury Air Force One plane. They head in, and it's like this pimped out, crazy fucking Air Force One plane with a bunch of like hookers and like blow, and it's a fucked up scene. They're having fun. They've got the nuclear football. They're tossing it around. Carol's just like refusing the champagne. She's like, "What the fuck is all of this?" The family members of all the folks are there partying, and they're like, "What's the problem?" The pirate lady's like, "We're gonna let you guys talk," and they sort of shut off the security in the recording device in the room where all the people that are immune are in. And Carol's like, "We have to have a conversation." They shut off the recording stuff so they can't be tracked. Well, so Carol's like, "Carol, it's not much, Joe." Carol's like, "What the fuck do we do with this? Are there any doctors or scientists here?" And she's like, "How do we figure out the future of humanity and all this sort of stuff?" And one dude goes, "Why would we want to figure out how this works? This seems pretty cool. The world's ours." And that's where it cut off for me.
Yeah.
Right there is when it froze for me. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, why would you think like, oh look, they left recording devices?
No, because at the beginning of the scene, Joe, Carol's like, "Is there any way for you guys to listen to what we're talking?" And Cowboy and what's her name says, "Yes, this room is Air Force One. It's hooked in for tracking." And they open up a thing in the wall, and you see like the recording equipment to record, and they turn it off.
Oh yeah.
No,
that did it.
They totally turned it off.
That did it.
They totally turned it off.
I saw them hit a switch.
They did. They turned it off. Joe, I'm turning it off. I'm not recording this podcast anymore.
Right, because there's not a guy just standing outside the door.
Joe, I'm totally not recording this podcast.
No,
but that was the end of the episode as far as I know it. John Haymaker, what else? What happened after that?
How do you know that these other fucking 13 people aren't even fucking hive minders?
Right. How do they know they're not lying? That's a great point, Joe. How do we know that these 13 people aren't just? Can they do that? Can they lie?
And 13?
It's a weird number.
Why is it only 13?
I mean,
why is it only?
They don't know. They don't know. They don't know that.
Maybe it's 13 million fucking people, but like,
do you think there's more and we just don't know yet? Okay.
It took them how long? Like, apparently this time. So
Joe, I
wasn't.
My overall question for you of this timeline what kind? Like, I know you have questions, and you have Joe stresses and issues, but you generally enjoyed it. But my question is more, if Carol is our only reasonable character that's not a fucking moron and that we can actually follow, does this series have legs more than like 2 seasons? I don't
know. All I know is that the show titled Last Man on Earth ended up having a bunch of people still alive.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is there going to be more people that are idiots like Carol?
How long did it take them to decide there was 11 people? How long did it take them to decide, oh, we found one more, there's 13 people? And how long did it take them to decide there's actually 13 million fucking people? We just haven't found them all yet. Because some people are like in their house on their fucking own, or in the woods on their own, or whole tribes of people that maybe haven't been taken over, or all of this shit.
Joe, the end of the episode, the other survivors, the other 11 people, whatever, the 12 people, they wanted to join the hive.
Why?
That's John Haymaker said we'll have to watch to see why.
I don't want to be left out. I don't want to be the only one. FOMO.
Fuck that. Would you want to join the hive, Joe?
I got too many secrets, man.
Yeah, I don't want people. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Here's the thing.
I don't want people to know my shit.
Here's the thing, Phil. All of the secrets that you'd want to be hidden have another person on the other end.
They want to be happy. These people just want to be happy.
Don't they? Like any of the secrets like that you truly might want to be hidden, or maybe you don't want talked about, there's probably someone else on the other end, unless they're just like, I jerk off in public and I don't want people to know. Right? Like, there's that aspect, but like there's also the aspect of like, some people know shit about me, some people don't know shit about me. Some people have been in on shit that we don't want other people to know about me. So if you're left out of this, the people that were in on it and the people that weren't in on it and the people that you're hiding shit from, they all know.
No.
So, like, do you even have any secrets at that point?
No. At this point, everyone that isn't Carol doesn't have a secret. Or
because
not Carol.
it was a secret that you had a key in the front yard, but even your dead wife fucking let that secret go, and the kids next door were like, "You got a key."
Kumba said no one is being murdered, no one is being robbed, and skin color and all that stuff doesn't matter. It doesn't, because they're all one situation. But again, I'm going to go to Joe's overall
until it's not skin color, until that doesn't matter, and you're all fucking slaves to the alien overlords.
But that's the thing. But again, Joe, I go to the overall, and I think that might be coming. But Joe, I want to go to this overall point that why aren't they just killing these 13 people?
Yeah. Yep.
There's got to be a reason why they're not killing the 13.
I'm sure there will be.
I'm sure. I'm not sure you're gonna like it, but
I'm not sure how valid the reason would be, especially where you read and they said, and John Haymaker quoted a number there. It's passed in the chat. But if that many people fucking died, then these 13 don't fucking matter, unless the only thing on the first fucking viewing that got interrupted halfway through I could think of is because it's not necessarily about these 13 people.
Amy's making me sweat in the pot chat, sorry.
And how much of humanity has died, but maybe it's because if another race does this, we don't want to lose
866 million
people, because you don't know what one of them has in their brain.
Right.
And if you lose one, you lose their entire knowledge.
And you know what?
Potential.
Do you know what, Joe? I just thought about something with Carol's perspective. We've set up that Carol is a well-respected sci-fi author of some sorts that sort of has a big audience, a big enough audience that her book is pretty famous. Maybe a George R. R. Martin that
famous enough
before Game of Thrones came out. Like, oh, you should make movies of this. You should make a TV show on her stuff. Like before that kind of stuff, famous enough. So the hive mind and all these people that know that Carol's special. Know that everyone thinks there's at least a percentage of the hive mind that thinks Carol is a celebrity and has some
and
sort
the
of
other 12 people
intrinsic and
the other 12
less in their cases when we've met them, that they're more hooked into their family, and as John Haymaker was saying, they want to be part of it. They're different. Carol's the only one that doesn't want to.
Is
Carol the only? No. And my question to add another stick to your fire before you respond, is Carol the only one of the 13 that doesn't want to be a part of the hive?
Apparently,
at least
don't know. But here's the thing: when
we're gonna take Sam's comment in a second here. Go, Joe.
Like she may, I don't know. I don't know. You have to start that thing again. Whatever you said the first thing was.
What thing was I saying?
Lost it. Phil, I lost it.
Let's see what Sam says. They spared them to learn more about why they resist the virus so they can perfect it and spread it to more planets. She's the only one.
No. Here's the thing. Dude, I don't give a fuck what fucking race and what fucking species.
Cheers to all of you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Cheers.
The percentage of 13 out of 6 billion.
866 million.
No, it's the number that people that died on that.
But I'm saying out of the whole thing, 13 out of 866 million.
No. 866 million people died. 13 people are immune, and the rest of the 5.2 billion people on Earth are now drones.
How many people are on Earth?
That 866 million.
Hey Alexa,
that's not just deaths from the virus. That's deaths from plane crashes, from automobile accidents, from doctors doing surgery in the middle
approximately
of having this big fucking seizure. So
approximately 8.4 billion people on Earth.
I was saying 6 billion. Okay, great. So the numbers. So I don't care
According
what
to
fucking
Alexa.
species you are. 13 out of 8 whatever billion or 6 whatever billion, that percentage is more. That's 0.00000000001%. Like, that's nothing. That's nothing.
And
this is perfected. This is perfected. And fuck you if you think otherwise. There is no vaccine on earth that has that percentage
And Joe,
effective rate.
she's the
that is huge.
Joe, and she's the only one that doesn't want to be a part of it. She's one. There's one person that
more just human psychology of like FOMO, like I said. That's like, my mom and dad say this is good, I'm going to join. My aunt is joined. Or like, everybody I know died in that 866 million.
Would you,
I don't want to be alone
would you go in that route? Like if
burning the fucking world down.
If Larry and Katie and
Dude,
Ben
they're bombing my house because I'm already trying to plot. The first thing I say when she's like, recorders are off, and shuts the door behind her, I'm like, so how do we kill them all?
It's true. I'm with you, Joe. If you and I are like the only two, if we're the only two in the whole Tri-Town area here, if it's just you and me,
you're giving me some weird smile kind.
No. You and me are on the same side. We're trying to kill everybody, right? We're on the same side. We're killing everybody, right? Yeah. We're fighting a way. We're fighting a way to destroy as many of these hive mind motherfuckers as we can, right?
Yep.
Die, motherfucker, die.
Us, they're gonna fucking drop drone bombs on us because like it's immediate and sudden how like irresponsible my mouth can be sometimes.
It's true. Like because I'm calculating that it's only a matter of time before they kill us, so we better kill them.
Us into them.
That's their goal. She straight up told her that. She said, "We're 3 months away from putting something in your water to fucking turn you into it."
They did.
How are you two going to kill 6.2 million people? Slowly. Very slowly.
One at a time.
We're going to put ourselves in this situation where we can... What's that fucking... Like, the Erie. We're going to be like in the Erie.
Apparently, they're all about this trust and say everything thing, so I'm not. So, yeah. No. I just had a moment. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kill him. You can come in. I swear. Whoops. I promise.
Dude, with how rude we are, if what Carol said killed 1,000 of them, with what you and I are going to say to these motherfuckers, they don't stand a fucking chance.
It was more than 1,000. How many people died?
She said like
11 million people died when she had her fucking rant. Are you kidding me? Rant away.
Yeah. No.
Listen. I saw this motherfucker. That was my phone. I saw this motherfucker.
Me?
Get fouled or foul someone in basketball and decide, fuck that, I'm kicking this little bitch.
Hey, that kid deserved it. That kid deserved it for being better than me.
Basketball at him,
Joe,
and moving the fuck on.
Joe, he deserved it for being better than me.
Exactly. Are you kidding me? No 15-year-old television 15-year-old girl has ever had the poison come out of their mouth like I've seen Phil come out of Phil's.
That's what I'm saying.
These bitches are dead.
That's what I'm saying. We would kill those. We would kill
real quick.
We would kill the whole entire 6.2 billion hive mind. We'd be like Picard killing Borg Queen. But
God.
But Joe, when this really comes down to it, as we know with many hive mind stuff in science fiction, we don't need to kill 6.2 billion. We need to kill the main hub boss. Do you think there is a main hub boss of all of this? Is there and I guess this is probably one of our final things here for the night. Do you think we will, maybe not by the end of this season, the season has already been approved for 2 seasons at least. Is there a queen? Is there a Borg queen?
I'm going to go ahead and say yes, because
there has to be.
Or no.
Those are 2 opposite answers. You need to pick one.
Like, could there be just a hive mind without a singular in charge?
That would be interesting, but you got to think that there has to be probably something in charge, right?
I don't know. And even if there is that thing that's in charge just a culmination of the hive mind personified by a singular?
I mean, that's what the Borg Queen is ultimately, right?
Maybe. Or is the Borg Queen a different mind than the hive?
I think it's the controller of the hive. Okay, so in a situation like
does the hive control the queen, who then controls the hive? Or does the hive
let's get out of sci-fi for a second.
Who then controls the hive? Or does the
Joe? Let's get to some. It's get off the loop for a second, because I have more of a tactile question for you that you would know because it's more sciencey, I guess, and less science fiction bullshitty. How do beehives work?
Queen.
Does the queen control everything?
Who knows?
Okay, fuck you then. I thought you might know.
Because they kill the queen. They can kill the queen.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
However, and choose a new queen. However, if the queen abandons the hive dies. Or does the hive choose a new queen?
Wait, is this a Game of Thrones thing? If the pack survives, if the solo survives, the one motherfucker dies? What are we talking about here, Joe? What are we talking about here, Joe?
There are things even Dirty Locks doesn't know, and he's comfortable with that. That's why he's an atheist.
So in this particular situation, do you think that... Okay, so if there is... Do you think this is more likely a singular consciousness? Is this aliens that are dead or actively trying to control things? Trying to take over? Or did they already take over? They already took over.
They already took over, didn't they?
I guess.
They sent a message, and our curiosity killed us like the kitty.
Don't kill cats on my podcast.
We are
Don't kill cats on my show, asshole.
I didn't kill it.
You just killed the cat.
The military did. Schrodinger.
Don't blame Schrodinger.
Listen, the cat's not dead
for killing
unless
cats.
You look at it, Phil. The cat's not dead unless you look at it.
The cat came.
Only dead.
The cat might be dead, but the cat came back the very next day. He thought he was a gun.
The cat is only dead if you look at it.
They kill the queen after she stops producing eggs. So, in this particular situation, okay, for a little bit here before we end things, what is the end game of both Carol, this series, and the Hive Mind, Joe? So is this an entity that takes over planets?
I have no idea. I'm only an episode and a half.
Isn't that interesting though? That I have no idea.
It's not interesting that I have no idea. I have no idea because I'm only 1.5 hours deep in what could be a 600-hour fucking television show. What could be. But
it is interesting. Because it's playing with cliched tropes, but it's doing it in a new and an interesting way.
Almost.
Yeah, not almost.
Yes, almost.
You're only an episode and a half in. I'm saying it is. I'm gambling that it is.
Almost because it's playing with tropes, but I don't know where those tropes are going.
Fair.
Right? And so none of the tropes are necessary, new and interesting.
It's definitely
but there's many different ones.
No,
together,
but have you seen the movie Knives Out?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yes.
Okay. It's not a movie that's doing anything different than has ever been done before, right. But it does it so well. And I think something like this is saying, oh, I want to go back to my sci-fi roots, do a traditional sci-fi that hits some of those tropes.
Because Knives Out suffers from the same thing that they all do. And although they tie it in together, they don't like all of them. It's like,
but what I'm saying
at the end, they're like,
what I'm saying is,
you didn't notice this, but this.
But what I'm saying is it's deciding to go through something that's been done over and over again. But if it does it in a good way, it's just because it wants to do there. Joe, what is your number ranking out of 10 on these first 2 episodes? We'll do both episodes.
I can't give you that, Phil,
because you didn't see episode 2. What would be your ranking of episode 1?
And a half.
Yeah, and a half. 1, just 1.
Well, episode 1 ended with the Rock, Phil.
Okay, episode 1 and a fucking half, you fucking dirty asshole. Episode 1.5. Okay, I'll go first while Joe considers
give it a
number.
7.
7.
7.5.
Okay. I'm gonna give it okay, episode 1, I'll give it an 8. Because I think it can go higher than that, and I would say 8 out of 10. So I'm
The Rock dropped it.
The Rock. You're hanging. You're smoking rock. That's what you're doing.
It's little shit like that makes a big difference to me.
Fair.
And
fair.
I may be a viewer that has a critical eye.
You may be
we
a
obviously
dirty
are
asshole.
critics, right? We obviously are critics.
Let's be honest. As we're approaching our olden lives, we're actually morphing into the guys from the Muppets.
Right, and that's the thing. So I got a bit of a critic's eye, and I've watched thousands of hours of television and movies.
Yes.
And that's not
we are experts, we could say.
So like little things like that are big to me. And if I'm a complete fucking amateur and I'm only a viewer.
Yeah,
right?
You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
The most I ever did was I helped build one set of a theater production. And then and then that was in high school. And then in kindergarten, I was in a play.
What show is it?
The Diviners.
Joe, how you've seen me act. How bad of an actor am I? I'm an average.
You're a solid B movie.
I could be in a soap opera, right?
You could be in a B movie. You could be in a soap opera. You would be fine. Like you could be an extra in everything.
I could extra the hell out of everything. But like,
who's Carlos?
But I could be a solid B.
Who's Carlos? Phil?
I could be in a solid trauma film.
Who's Carlos?
Who is Carlos?
Carlos?
It's Shane. But
Shane.
But I could be in a trauma film.
Yeah, no. Everybody starts somewhere. Everybody does something. But like the thing is that little shit that like that I got little bird muscles or whatever the fuck.
No, that's the stuff that you saw in like the
movie.
Obi-Wan Kenobi series with the guys chasing Leia, with like Flea chasing Leia. It gets a little stupid. I hear you. Yeah, and by the way, yes. Eventually, Joe and I are going to call the podcast Stalter and Waldorf the podcast. That's what we're going to do.
Randolph and Mortimer.
So, what does this series? So you're at least hooked into being excited to watch next week, right, and see where the series goes. Like you didn't hate. I mean, you gave this episode a 7 out of 10. That's a good
excited.
score.
I want to finish watching the episode. I want to watch next week, so I'm going to watch the whole fucking season.
Yeah, this is a good 7 out of 10 is actually a good score for you.
Hey Phil.
Yes.
You ready for the real fucking shock?
No.
I never finished Better Call Saul.
You never finished it?
No.
Really?
I really didn't.
Dude.
Not for any other reason.
We got to get you over here just to sit down and we should do it as like a live
remember how
watch.
long it took me to finish? It took me like 2 years to finish Breaking Bad after that last season.
Mm-hmm.
When they did that little like break in the middle of the season, like I never went back. And honestly, that's what this bullshit about like 2 years till next season.
Yeah, that in general
with it for me.
with every
fuck
TV
you.
show. Couple of things before we wrap up. We'll talk about a couple of quick things. Have you been watching the It series on HBO?
No, no. No fucking way.
Did you watch Task?
No, God no.
Task is good. Check.
No, son.
You didn't watch it
from the whatever of Mayor.
Yeah, you didn't like Mayor.
No,
I actually really liked Mayor.
I tried 3 times to get through episode 1 of Mayor. Couldn't do it. Episode 1 lost me.
That's a you problem. That's a good series.
Task. I watched the first episode and then was like,
are you excited for because there's 2 other shows this year that I'm making Joe talk about. Are you excited for A Night of Seven Kingdoms?
Yes. God, yes. Oh, fuck yeah.
We're bringing Joe back to the Game of Thrones world. Joe and I will be back talking about Night of Seven Kingdoms. Joe
and if this is like fucking dude, this show could literally be Hercules or Xena production, and I will be satisfied because there's no part of this story shit of Duncan Egg that is like super important to the Game of Thrones
Dude,
universe.
if they
fucking Duncan
dude, if I see that
rolling
stupid
around
ass, if I see that
like-
stupid dagger and like this hooks into White Walker shit, I'm gonna be
That's
pissed
fine.
off.
No, if Cat's paw,
No, we're gonna see that stupid dagger again.
yeah, the paw.
Yeah, we're gonna see the dagger and fucking.
and that's fine because it's in the book.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It is in the book.
Joe, do
And
you?
that's fine because that could draw it all
Joe,
in and that could tie it all together.
Samuel
but
B
whatever.
asks, "Do you like Severance?"
Yes.
Yeah, both.
Until season 2.
No, I think most of season 2 was good. I didn't.
thought season 2 was fucking stupid. I barely got through it, and I will not.
You're
be
such
back
you're such a
for
picky
season
you're
3.
such a picky dickbag. You're
No,
really-
listen. If we had been doing this for Severance, you would have heard every fucking
No,
reason.
fair. We should have done this for Severance.
I love season 1. It was a lost for me. It was a from for me, and not because I didn't watch season 2, which I didn't of from. Is because it was behind a paywall and I wasn't paying for that shit.
Fair. We should talk about Severance season 3. And the other show that Joe and I are going to be talking about, I'm not sure how we're going to do it yet. Probably, I'm guessing we're just both going to binge it and then do a show talking about each section of it. Stranger Things comes back in November and to finish off this.
I'm watching the end of that.
So
I watched all of it.
Yeah, Joe and I are going to binge watch the.
Did you hear this shit about?
Yeah. Let's hold on talking about that till the series starts.
I didn't hear anything about the headlines.
But Joe and I are going to be talking about that. So that drops November something, probably the day after it drops. Joe and I will binge it as quickly as possible, and then we'll both connect. Unfortunately, I'd love to do after each episode, but that's such it's hard. What are we going to do? Like coordinate and go, hey, we're watching the episodes at the same time, and no. So
sure.
I mean, we could do that, but
coordination isn't hard. It happens all the time.
It is, but it's probably better just for both of us.
I mind this shit, Phil.
No, I say we binge it and just talk about the whole season.
All right.
Talk about the half a season and then talk about the other half of the season.
All right.
Like we did with Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is alive. But we will be back next week at around 10:30. Of course, more people start tuning in right now as we're wrapping up, but that's always the way. Yeah. But we will be back next week and every week around 10:30 p.m. to talk about every episode of Pluribus. I had to think about it for a second, Joe. It's not an auto stuff.
E pluribus unum.
And also everybody,
written on our money. Of course, we love it.
And also, everybody, we're posting this as a podcast. If you're listening to the audiocast, hello, audiocast people. Thank you for checking this out. Please subscribe. And if you're listening to this right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube and join us every week on YouTube, Phil the Issues Guy, to check us out live or just listen to the podcast every week. We appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast.
And if you don't,
give us a comment or something.
Part of the hive mind.
Yeah, if you don't. But welcome to the Talking Pluribus podcast. That's right. We stole it before anyone else took it. We're the Talking
Pluribus. We got it. We are the Talking Pluribus.
We're Talking Pluribus, motherfucker. Joe, you watch any Walking Dead? You watch this?
I watched the first 2 episodes of Daryl.
Daryl, you're feeling
none of the other shit, and I have not watched another episode of Daryl since then.
Oh, it's too bad.
I'm waiting for it to finish because here's the thing:
they're gonna do one final, everyone together finish the Walking Dead season.
I will watch.
No, and we will recap that.
But as far as the spinoffs have to have an original cast member, season 1 cast member, in order for me to watch it.
Fair. Very fair. Where is the plurbs? Where is the pluribus thing? So everyone, the moral of tonight's episode is Apple Plus crashed. Boo-hoo. Pluribus premiered. Vince Gilligan hasn't lost anything, even if the writing isn't. This is more of a flexible question for you, Joe. Do you feel like in series like something like Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul, it's more important for things to make sense than a sci-fi kind of random series where aliens are infecting humans into a hive mind situation? You get a little bit more flexibility to have a little bit more bullshit, right? Don't you? Like this in the sci-fi situation, because you're kind of just making shit up. You know, it's like, this is bullshit anyway.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are we talking about here? You
yes,
know, so there's
yes.
there's a little bit more of a room for stuff not to make sense, as long as it's just good.
So where I draw a line in that is, yes, there's things about sci-fi and fantasy that you can absolutely get away with.
Yeah, you can play with logic.
That, like, other shit, maybe you can't, right? But human behavior is human behavior. And if you can't write that correctly, that's what loses me.
Fair.
And, like, if you can't display it correctly or write a character without telling us straight up in words, like, these are the problems I have. Like, yeah, you can get away with a lot, but why did you have to give her a styrofoam rock and tell her to act? Give her a real rock and tell her to don't hurt herself.
Maybe she's strong, Joe. Maybe Rey is just that strong.
So give her a bigger rock?
There's always a bigger rock, Obi-Wan.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's things you can get away with and there's things you can't.
Okay, one more shot for everyone. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this Pluribus premiere. It's great to have you back, Joe. And thank you, too. We got 20 people watching right now. Thank you to all of you guys for joining in tonight. Very much appreciate it. Toast to you, Joe. Toast to everybody. Thank you. As I know you won't, Joe, but any night during these Pluribus things, you're welcome to come over and do this thing live and in person, maybe in the season finale. But if you're motivated to do that, you know, we got a couch for you to sit on and do this right. So you're gonna have to sit right next to me. So if you're,
I get to go eat my Burger King now.
Ooh, fun. But good night, Amy, Samuel, John Haymaker, and everybody else that have joined us tonight for this premiere. We appreciate you, and we'll be back next Thursday night to talk more Pluribus. And I might put out a short video, like a pre-recorded video, talking about my thoughts when I get a chance to watch the other thing. I gotta see how that comes together. But if you haven't already and you like this shit, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the shit with a friend. And if you're listening to the podcast, make sure you comment and subscribe and do all that stuff. Keep us going. We appreciate you. Have a good night.
When my brain explodes inside, it doesn't have a reason to be. Make mention of the wasted corpses.
Curl. Samuel says, I gave up on The Walking Dead after Carl died. The comics and the Telltale games are the GOAT of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, Telltale's awesome.
I'm with you on that one. And I know Kirkman wants to make a remake of The Walking Dead in the Invincible animated style. That's more of a one-for-one for the comics. He just needs to get the rights back. And I bet that will be pretty cool. And we'll talk about it if he ever does.
Yeah, they'll never let go of those rights.
No, they're gonna run The Walking Dead into the fucking ground.
You might be able to do it with a heavy franchise fee or some shit like that.
Maybe, Joe. The Walking Dead, it's like AMC's not getting rid of that with a cold dead hand. They're gonna keep making these series.
Like,
I know I got called last year, but I also got called this year for extra work on Dead City. And again, I couldn't figure out the timing of it, but I was almost on Dead City this year too. I'm so upset I wasn't able to do it.
But they still didn't call me.
They called me twice, and both times I couldn't fucking do it. They're making too many damn shows, Miss Amy. Sorry to call you Miss Amy. I don't know why, but that sounds like. Is it inappropriate to call someone Miss?
No.
Okay, then fine.
Depends on the person.
I guess fine then, Miss Amy. That sounds awesome. They should do that for Game of Thrones. They should. They should do lots of things for Game of Thrones. They won't. Good night, everybody. Amy, that's the best response anyone could have. Ditto. Are we done? Yeah.